playing video games. So here we go. It's a little loud on my end, so I'm going to turn it down. I am totally ready for once, except for my having to update my PlayStation, which made this a little later than usual. So okay, we are on the story of the Black Sword. Black Sword in this case is our good buddy Oswald, who's a very grumpy fella. He's dead now though. A little unfortunate thing that happened at the end of his last chapter. So Oswald is dead. He's been taken to the realm of the dead.
I remember that sword. My bones still bear the marks.
Well, sorry to hear that.
How could I forget?
Not actually sorry. The dead ladies have...
Oswald. You killed me, Oswald. I will hate you forever, no matter how much you are cursed.
Well, ain't that some shit?
Oswald, look at these hands.
Show him.
They are still
I can't see him.
blood.
Alright, whatever.
Oswald, I've been waiting for you to fall into the abyss here. Waiting for you to finally feel the Queen's wrath.
Alright, well, that doesn't sound too good.
You have killed many. You have killed so many.
They probably all deserved it. Oh, damn. He had a better comeback than I did.
I will not hand over my treasure. Eh? Why didn't you say you had money? My greed is the very reason I'm down here, but I do not regret it.
So we've seen this guy as a merchant. He's actually said the exact same thing to us there. Okay. So, I'm gonna sell some stuff because our inventory's full. Full of shit. Literally. Let's see. So the rank 0 stuff. What's up, son? Buddy? It's been a little too long, hasn't it? You know? So we finished Mercedes' story. She beats up Odin, becomes a kick-ass queen in her own right. So good for her. And now we're on Oswald's story. Oswald, he's not having a good time. He's dead. So he wields the Belderiever, which is that red sword of his. And funny story about the Belderiever, it's cursed, and to bring out its full power, the guy who'd raised him sold his soul to the Queen of the Netherworld. So now she's collecting her debt by having him killed, and we don't really know much else. So okay, Oswald has lots of money now. Time to buy some shit. So we're gonna buy a good amount of milk, because milk is something you need a lot of. I'm gonna buy 9 milks and put them all in the item box, I think. This might seem excessive, but I guarantee you I will use all this in cooking. I think I will. I'll be embarrassed if I don't now. Milk. I need cheese as well. I think I... Ooh, so... I can't go to the Puka kitchen right now, unfortunately. Odin's a real jerk, though. Okay. Netherworld in Delphia. Obama. What the hell are you talking about, God Emperor Dune?
Brahm? Who exactly am I? Please, I must know.
So Melvin was our foster father.
Told me that he abducted you from a house in the wilderness, far from any civilization. The only people there were you, a dying man, and a young mother.
What happened to my parents?
I heard that they had died.
Aww.
As cruel as it is, I was in favor of it at the time. We've sent many humans to the Netherworld, and we do feel grief over it. But in your case, 'twas extremely unfortunate.
Oh,
I
nice.
do not want your pity.
How'd you do that, son?
It wouldn't help me at this point anyway. My hands are already stained with blood. I don't have anything
Yeah, I'd love
worth
to know.
pitying.
I was playing around earlier, though. I like some of the characters.
Oswald.
I need to map my controller to it. 'Cause it's kind of weird on a keyboard.
The trembling won't stop. It's not that I fear
No,
death,
Son is on
but I
YouTube.
had
Got it
no
for
one
Dune.
to love, and no one to return it in kind. To have lived an empty life, like there was no point in
Excellent.
being born. That is what I fear most. Melvin, had I not known your true feelings towards me, I would have been satisfied to die in servitude. All in your honor. But now, I have absolutely nothing.
Aw. Oh, random character.
A bird?
Here's that fucking bird. Remember this
How
bird?
strange.
Bird was a real
don't know
douchebag
how,
in
I
Gwendolyn story.
I know that bird.
But who is the bird?
Oh no, it's gone. Was it an illusion? But when I saw it, I felt hope.
Yeah, it's Twitter.
Only see it again. I might be able to find
Twitter
out
is a
for sure.
character in this game.
I will search for it. Perhaps it will give me the strength to keep living.
He went on to become Donald Trump. No. Random character for each match. That's pretty intense. Alright, find the illusory bird. So the gross food is that the overripe stuff is actually used by certain recipes. Oh man, these guys are faster than Naruto, who is a character in Super Smash Flash, or Flash Smash Crash. Yeah, why was there never a Crash Smash game? That would have been good. It made, you know, so when we're talking about Naughty Dog, they really let a lot of us down when they broke the Naughty Dog cycle. There's no Uncharted yet. They did Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and then they did it by making they broke it by making Uncharted 4 and not Uncharted. So we're all very upset about that. Haven't really recovered. That was the real 2016. People, 2016, Brexit. No, those were tragedies, but it wasn't any, lack of Uncharted like we had to deal with. I mean, they did it for Crash. They did it for Jack and Daxter. I'm still waiting for Uncharted. I don't need bones. Where we're going, we don't need bones. So we need the moon key, which is conveniently right next door. It's Super Smash Flash, pretty cool. So the characters I was playing, I tried out Black Mage and Luffy. I was a little disappointed because they seemed to play pretty similar in terms of their special moves. They have I couldn't really tell how the Black Mage's regular special is supposed to work, neutral special or whatever I should say. His horizontal special seemed to be the exact same as Luffy's, which was kind of not what I would have guessed, but. Yeah, I haven't tried Goku yet. Goku does seem like he would be very strong. In Jump Superstars and Jump Ultimate Stars, the Dragon Ball Z characters are all really strong because they all have the Kamehameha super, and that is really good at launching people up to the side, which is the way to kill people in that game, just like Super Smash Bros. Ah, fuck. Stop magic, okay. I couldn't really tell because I was mainly doing training. I figured it was that, but I couldn't tell how exactly it was supposed to work. they're ghosts. They pretend to be ghost ladies, but they're really just ghosts. Like they pretend to be sexy ladies, God Emperor Dune, but they're not human. They don't have the same. Ooh, so I could go to this trial room with this key, or I could go back to that other room with this key. Well, there's got to be 2 moon keys, right? They wouldn't give me not enough to do the whole. Okay, I see. I didn't realize that. Some of the stuff it's not so easy to tell from. So I'll probably have to play Black Mage more then. That's awesome. I love Black Mage. Magic is cool. Black Magery is always really cool in Final Fantasy games. I will argue in favor of that for sure. Stuffed chicken, hell yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, down B was like a homing kind of meteor. Seemed pretty good. Up B was like teleport, and horizontal B was like a sideways teleport. Not the most inventive. It seemed to be very similar. Like you would just teleport to someone and grab them and throw them or whatever. But okay, so here's Oswald's primary thing. It's kind of wasted here, but it's Berserk mode. So in Berserk mode, Oswald is a demon. He murders the shit out of everyone. Doesn't help with these little guys. I'm just wasting it, so I'm gonna turn it off. But so it's built up by my combos. So I'm building it back up. Yeah, the Black Mage side Bs seem to be the same thing though. Luffy's B specials were kind of like, huh? Why is? Well, I can't even remember what his normal B is, his neutral B, but I remember being underwhelmed by all of his specials, which is really unfortunate. That's a character who could potentially have a very fun moveset. But alas. So add Killer Cloud. Alright, well we need a Phozon Prism. We always need that.
Out of my way!
Yeah, I like Oswald. Oswald's story it's starting to fill in the blanks. I'll show you. We'll finish the storyline this playthrough or this session, and so if there's any issues with the stream, please let me know because I have been having a few issues with Comcast. It seems to kind of come and go, so we'll see if it causes any trouble this time. Definitely want to keep my eye on it though. But so my plan is I'll show this. There's basically an in-game timeline that shows you when all of the scenes happen in relation to each other, which is really useful because you essentially have 5 separate storylines that all happen and are happening at roughly the exact same time. And then we'll put another one into that. Fuck off, God Emperor Dune. This game is great. This is a beautiful game. Ooh. Sure, that sounds decent. But, yeah. You guys thought I was hateful of the Brazilians. God Emperor Dune hates them even more than me. I was very surprised when we were playing Overwatch and he was just screaming, racial epithets one after another about the Brazilians and Lucio. I have to say, I was a little disturbed. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize your wife was watching. Is your wife a Trump Kushner fan?
Maury's touring restaurant. Do you have
bromance or
I can make something. Huh? A new.
I don't even know what to call it at this point.
Now then.
Let's just say they have a very strange relationship. They're the odd couple. But I'm deeply confused. Something either owned or your wife hated it? Well, I guess that actually isn't very contradictory, huh? Oh, sorry. I haven't played many Smash, so I'm having Crash Bandicoot, man. So there's a conversation with Sun on YouTube and God Emperor Dune on Twitch, and don't feel like you need to consolidate, because I'm totally fine with keeping it both these conversations.
Very well.
That's too bad. One of the cool things about Uncharted 4 is they actually have
enjoy your meal.
These segments where you can play Crash Bandicoot, and I think it's only like one level. I think it's the first level from Crash 1. But it was just it's reproduced like entirely within the game, and like you actually are playing a PlayStation 1 playing Crash Bandicoot, and it's just like, huh, it's not what I would have expected.
Is there anything else you want?
Yeah. Oh no, you're right. It's the Boulder Chase level. Yeah, I think you're right on the third level. It's been too long. I should probably get the Insane Collection, now that I think about it.
Enjoy your meal!
But, I don't know. I haven't decided on what my April, or
Will that be all?
June, sorry I had the months correctly, purchase will be.
Thank you very much!
As far as video games go. So I was thinking I want to get Disgaea 5 on the Switch, but, you know, those games have such a strong, robust continuity that I feel like I have to play 4 first. And no, I do like Disgaea games. I just think the fans of Disgaea games tend to be really weird, strange. I did get Nier. Nier was my May purchase. I played about 5 minutes before I decided that I had to punish myself by finishing Persona Q before I'm allowed to enjoy Nier. So I don't think I'm going to stream Nier though, unfortunately. It just seems like it's going to be a game that would be a poor fit for the stream format, given how you do replay sections of it. So I don't know. Far Cry 5, yeah. Well, the villains. So
I have poison
let me tell you this, God Emperor Dune. I don't know how familiar you are with Far Cry and Ubisoft, but yeah, all fan bases suck. No, that's fair criticism, son. But if it's Ubisoft, expect to be disappointed. They're gonna find some way to make Y'all Kata unenjoyable to everyone, and that, you know, that's gonna be incredible. Find a way to have them not be, you know, satisfying to kill or, you know, anything.
What do you?
So anyway. Oh, just crepes. Crepes. But yeah, the Disgaea fanbase, what I see, so I've only played Disgaea 1, 2, and 3, and I've beaten all of them, and I would say the game's basically, I mean, improved across the board as you continue forward through the series. Like the gameplay gets faster, you know, they kind of give different character classes more differentiation, and they make things more interesting. So to me, it kind of improved as it
Sorry for the wait.
Yeah, there's going to be something like where you know you play the whole game in Montana, and then they turn out that the second state is actually all of Canada. That's the second area in the game, and you just have to go kill Canadians. It's going to be that, and it's going to be like some
Is there anything
some French-Canadian nationalist screed that they masquerade as like killing Americans, but you're actually the real villains are the normal Canadians who don't, you know, believe in the Quebec supremacy or something. That's what I'm calling. Because it'll be like with Far Cry 3 and the second island, but And the enemies are just going to be Canadians. It won't even be Christian Canadians. They'll worship the maple leaf, you know, and they'll be having some plot to overthrow the sovereignty of Quebec. It's going to be great.
Very well.
I'm really looking forward to it. No, but anyone who expects, like, yeah, so I don't know. Ubisoft likes to say they're being edgy by doing stupid things, you know. So I could fully believe that they'll have it be Christians, but they'll manage to fuck it up in some fundamental way, so it won't be believable, you know. Like, not even remotely believable, like, in universe. Because that's just how Ubisoft rolls at this point. They seem to be incapable of crafting relatable narratives. I don't know.
Very well.
But back to Disgaea. So people really liked the storyline in Disgaea 1, and they'll hate
Sorry for the wait.
Disgaea 2 and 3 because they have different storylines. And to me, the storyline was like, sure, you know, it's just it's basically a vehicle for you know, some lowbrow humor, and I am fine with that.
Is there anything else you want?
But you know, I guess I don't have any
I await your.
I don't have any kind of illusions about it being high art. So when people say, "Oh, Disgaea 2 and 3 sucked because they didn't have any quotes like a horse wiener," now that's dangerous. Ha ha ha. You know, they're like, "Oh, it's fucking terrible." I'm like, "Really? You know, like, that's the reason you don't like it? Like, what about the gameplay? Like, I thought the gameplay was a lot better." And they're just like, "Fuck that, dude. The storyline's garbage." And it's kind of like, oh, okay.
Welcome. I thought.
So that was how I felt extremely ostracized by the entire fan base of Disgaea. They're all bad people, though.
Very well.
But yeah, no, I guess, well, there's also like that Disgaea D2 or whatever, where Laharl becomes a girl for some reason that I didn't play. I wonder if that's any decent. Probably not. But honestly, who fucking knows? Look at all this shit I'm eating. No, you need a storyline. I think 2 and 3 have you know, good enough storylines for what they are. They're just different. They tried to be a little more. So 1 has a very loose kind of storyline.
As you wish.
It just kind of connects a few very separate episodes. 2 and 3, I'd say, have stronger main storylines, but even then, they're not like, it's not trying to be, you know, a BioWare style, you know, interactive experience. They don't have any like any preconceived notions that they're doing that, you know. So to me, it just seems so weird to see people like talking as if, ooh, this could be good. I need eggs. Okay. It just seems so weird to me to see people saying Disgaea 1 had the best storyline, and they basically just say it had the best humor, and I'm like, okay. That's kind of my response to it. It's like, sure it did. As I, you know, gesture to the phone, I start reaching for the phone to call the, you know, the police, inform them the inmates broken out of the insane asylum. I don't know. To me, it just seems weird that you would like complain about the storyline being different. One thing that's kind of funny is Disgaea 3 starts out with the main character is he's a character. So it's just like it's like a demon school, and the idea is he's trying to be the #1. He's going to be like the #1 delinquent, which, so, you know, he doesn't go to class, and that's supposed to be like really good. And then there's the
I'm so glad.
then there's the really bad kid who's trying to be the honor student, who goes to all her classes and does all her homework and everything. And that's just kind of silly and, you know, whatever. What I thought was kind of funny is they have so it starts out the main character, as far as we know, is trying to kill his dad, who is the headmaster of the school, and he's like, "Oh, because my dad stepped on my video games," and everyone's like, "Wow, that's a really stupid reason." And like it's made fun of in game, and then later on you find out that that's not the real reason. And the game is like, what, did you think that was the real reason? Are you
Is there
stupid?
anything else you want?
And I'm convinced that people got to that point and they were like, wow, the game made fun of me, wow. You know, that's what I think. That's my assumption about Reddit.
As you
But
wish.
I don't know, like, to me, again, the story is just kind of like an accessory to the gameplay. I think that's really the conclusion that I've reached playing a lot of video games. And, you know, I don't know. I think Disgaea 2 and 3 were fine for what they were. People seem to like 4 more, so maybe 4 is just a better game overall. Because I don't necessarily think that, you know, those things have to come at you know, they're not necessarily in opposition, story and gameplay, I would say. If I have to pick one, I would prefer gameplay over story, I guess. It just so happens that games that have really atrocious storylines tend to be like, you know, Star Ocean and be complete messes all around. Star Ocean. Now that's something I haven't talked about. Yeah, no, I completely agree, son. It's very much like the plot just strings together the areas. So the plot is like, I mean, 2 I think is a fine plot. Like 2 is not like, you know, deep writing or whatever, but to me, like, it told the story that I was able to, at least on a very basic level, have some engagement in, and I cared about the characters to a small degree, you know. And that's really all I usually... Yeah, that's kind of how it comes together into good reason plot, and it absolutely does that. But Star Ocean, whoo. Now, I do have nostalgia for 2. I will not defend 2 as a good game, and I do not like the PSP remake of 2, because it felt like they made it too easy, and they kind of focused on a lot of these bad decisions Tri-Ace likes to do, because Tri-Ace is like a deeply disturbed video game company, and I like them for what they are, but they're deeply disturbed. Like, so I didn't really like Star Ocean 3. I can understand why people did though, because like the whole game like is nonsense, but there's an interesting battle system in there, so I can totally understand that. 4 is just a terrible game. Like 4 is not good. 4 is, there's like no strategy. Like I know in 3 you have to employ strategy. In 4 you can actually like stun lock Ethereal Queen. One of the characters can literally stun lock Ethereal Queen. But yeah, so the PSP remake for 1 was necessary. I did not like it for 2 because it felt like, for me, it made the base game too easy. They trivialized how death blows worked, and this is just all my opinion, so I just think people are going to disagree. But I felt like they trivialized the base game's difficulty since they gave everyone a 3-hit combo, and you can just mash that, like, during as I do that right here, but you can just kind of mash this 3-hit combo the whole game, and it kind of presents very little, I guess I would say, challenge. You know, death blows seem to lose a lot of their point when you can just mash. You can unlock higher difficulties, but you either have to download a save unlock off the internet, or beat the game multiple times to unlock a remotely challenging difficulty, which seems ass backwards to me, but, you know, they don't pay me the big bucks to make video games, so who knows, maybe I'm the crazy one. But, yeah, I don't know. So, Star Ocean 4 is garbage. I think by most accounts Star Ocean 5 is garbage. I have not played 5, nor do I intend to. Yeah, no, the big twist of Star Ocean 3 is that it's not the last game in the series. And that is the twist that just is never explained. So I think that the storyline and the twist is always really silly in Star Ocean games. I think 3 handled it especially poorly, but, you know, again, I am able to look past a silly storyline if the gameplay is good. And I didn't really like 3's gameplay, but there's like certainly, you know, stuff to do there. Like there's choices to make, there's crafting to be done. All that is good. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just it needs to be good. And I think it's it's good enough that I can understand why people would like it, I guess is what I would say. I'm just gonna eat all these mulberries. So, you know, not perfect, but I can understand why you would like Star Ocean 3. And not just you, personally, but... No, there's literally no reason. Like, so 4 is a prequel to 1, and they try to tie together some of those things, but they do it in a really bad way because people at Tri-Ace are not good writers. Like, this is another thing that really confuses me. Why do they, why do they try to write these video games with, like, complex storylines if you just don't have good writers? Like, why? It seems like a big waste of everyone's time and resources. Like, if you want to write a storyline, yeah, 4 is a prequel because I don't know where 5 occurs in the timeline, so I also don't really care. But yeah, 4 is a prequel because they seem to not really they seem to have no idea how to address the issue that that 3 brought up with the whole, you know, we're a video game kind of thing. Like, that's fucking weird. They seem to not really know how to write that into a plot, despite the fact that they made the conscious decision to write that into a plot. So, mistakes were made, you know, here and there. One or two mistakes were made. But, it's... So, it's like, everything you can think of that's bad in Star Ocean happens in 4. Like, there's all this stuff that happens for no reason. There's all these... So Welch is you know, a main character who just kind of is there to talk about all the fact that all the characters in 4, the developer really wanted to be... the lead director, he really wanted to be working on a hentai game. And this manifested in the fact that every character in 4 is some weird fucking hentai thing. So that's fucking creepy. And Welch kind of makes fun of that, but it's not really like making fun of it when you're still doing it. You know, this is something to me that seems to be really hard for video games to kind of wrap their heads around. So an example would be Duke Nukem Forever. So there's a point in Duke Nukem Forever where, you know, you find a colored keycard and Duke says, "Well, am I just going to be gathering colored keycards for the rest of the game?" I started doing the Duke Nukem voice. This is Star Ocean 4. Star Ocean The Last Hope, I think is what it's called. And so, it's bad. But yeah, so in Duke Nukem Forever, when Duke Nukem says, "Wow, am I just going to be gathering colored keycards for the rest of the game?" You know, and then you are. Like, so it's not a joke because you then are. It's similar to, you know, how Welch makes fun of all the characters for being the just weird fucking hentai shit, but they still are. Like, you can't just make fun of it and then still do it. You know, so it's like you kind of you miss the point. Like, that's not like, it's not satire. It's not, you know, it's just bad. I don't know. So there's that. That's a fucking disgrace. They try to tie up some of the plotline stuff, but it just gets worse in every way, shape, or form. So that, like, they try to discuss the Mua more and try to justify. They're like, oh yeah, so the Mua were on Earth, but then there was a meteor that crashed into the Earth, and so now all the Mua are on what's that planet, like Ruan or something? You go there, by the way, and you find out that your friend becomes the grandfather of, like, or not the, yeah, no, the gives birth to, he becomes like one of the progenitors of one of the Star Ocean 1 characters. But it's like, it's just a very strange game. Like, no part of it makes any sense. Like, why did you design any of this? Why did you go with these ideas? What were you thinking? You know, like, this is, so there's the whole AVG and, like, what were they thinking kind of thing. And that's really, I mean, I know what they were thinking. It's just, it was weird. I can't describe it anymore.
Restaurant. This place is, now then.
But yeah, so there's a part where you go to an alternate version of Earth, and there's this woman who's, like, clearly insane in the membrane. Like, she's completely lost any sense of her mind, and this is, like, painfully obvious, you know? And then your main character, whose name, by the way, is Edge Maverick. That's his real name, Edge Maverick.
Thank you very much.
Is like, wow, all, you know, so it's like 1950s Earth, for God knows why, and it's an alternate version. So then you basically, long story short, you give insane lady technology she shouldn't have, and she destroys that Earth, and then Edge spends the rest of the game crying, and you don't really, it's really hard to feel bad for him because it was entirely his fault, you know, like, this was such a bad decision. And then you just leave, and he's crying, and it's stupid. Like, it's so ham-fisted. It's supposed to be how they founded the UP3, the Undeveloped Planet Protection Act or something, but it's so stupid. Like, it's basically it's supposed to be Star Trek's Prime Directive, but it's like, it's what if Star Trek was really stupid, and that's kind of it, you know. So it just goes really poorly. Oh my god, you fucking chick, come over here. That game's a mess. Oh my god. But yeah, the super bosses, you can stun lock one of the characters, the cat girl, who is like 3 feet tall, but of course is also sexualized, because every character in that game is sexualized in some weird, creepy-ass way. She can stun lock one of the secret bosses, and it's unbelievable, the fact that, you know, that's just a thing in the game. Oh, eat the final seeds, you fucking piece of shit. I don't know. That game makes me really upset. Bisaromi, my weird, insane friend, he bought 5, and he's playing 5 before he plays Persona 5, and I'm yelling at him repeatedly for that, because I think he deserves it. Like, don't play garbage shit tier game before you play Persona 5.
Maury's touring. Do you have now then?
Because I want to talk to him about Persona 5, and he's just like, oh, I'll play it sometime, and it's like, you'll play it now, motherfucker. I don't know. He's gonna end up in hell.
Leave it to me.
I'm gonna kill him at some point, but it'll be a mercy killing. Hey Dolly, I saw you followed me the other day. How are you? All right.
Will that be all?
So we are making our way through Oswald's storyline, leveling him up. I was just going on a long rant about Star Ocean and why I'm mad at video games.
Will that?
And I'm very mad at video games, so if you ever thought that I wasn't, I have bad news for you. I'm very mad at video games.
Very well.
You know,
Leave it to me.
I'm having a good day. Time to just work on some video games, have some fun streaming, eat some stuffed chicken, which looks delicious. It's a good day.
Is there anything else you want to order?
Well, it wasn't good. I had to get my tires replaced on my car, because
Thank you very much.
one of them, like, blew out. Well, it didn't blow out, but it was, flat, and I didn't have, oh, this is like super Poisonville. They didn't have the matching tire, and you're not supposed to have them mismatched, I guess. So, I don't know. Had to buy 2 tires and get them aligned. That kind of sucked, but life goes on. So I'm fine with Overwatch loot boxes. People get really mad because they sell them for money, but I don't see what's wrong with that. Like, selling them for money as just, they're only cosmetic. Like, you know, it's different, I think, when, you know, if a company sells things like that give you actual in-game benefits for money, that's different, especially if it's a buy-to-play game. But for Overwatch, it's literally just a cosmetic thing. Oh yeah, no problem, Dolly. No, yeah, so I really like this game. I beat the PlayStation 2 version back in the day. I'm trying to foreshadow things that happen to my viewers without explicitly mentioning it, you know? So what we know so far is there's a lot of shit going down. People seem to be discussing the end of the world semi-frequently. So there is a missing moon key. I think I don't have the moon key. Yeah, you can't buy skins directly, God Emperor Dune, which makes some people really mad. I know people get upset that you can't buy the holiday skins. So the holiday skins you now can craft. It just takes a bunch of money to do so, and I think that's a completely fine thing. Like, people who play the game frequently enough will have enough money to buy them, you know. So I don't think that's a bad compromise. It has to be during the holiday to craft them. So I think, ultimately, I think they reached a pretty good compromise there. Oh, I do have a Sun and Moon key. Okay. Uh-oh, you hit a brick wall in Valkyrie Profile 2, son? What's going on there? For me, my brick wall right now is Persona Q. That game is not very good. It's not terrible, but it's a game where I just play it, and there's just so many things where it's like, ooh, you know, this could have been done better. You guys screwed up. You know, I don't know. It makes me kind of upset because I love Etrian Odyssey, and I'm pretty big on Persona. I'm not the biggest Persona fan, but I do like them. All the Persona games, you know, that I've played. So seeing Q is just, you know, Q just feels like it's kind of a paint by numbers kind of game. I was hoping it'd be more of a, so there was the other collaboration between the Etrian Odyssey folks, those good folks, and the SMT folks, which was Strange Journey, and that's by like all accounts fucking incredible. But Persona Q is just nowhere near that caliber, and so that's really disappointing. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with that either. Oh, here we go. Going to town. Combo time, boys. Haha, stop that combo. Yeah, get destroyed. Oh, I need to be using more of my alchemy mixtures. Alright, let's do alchemy. What a toxin. Let's use volcano. See, you can't get upset about getting skins you don't want, God Emperor Dune. I wish that they let you do the... So in Hearthstone, you can trade, or you can you know, destruct things that you don't want for things that you do want, and I think that's better than the Overwatch of, you know, you can't do that. But it's also, to me, like, it doesn't bother me that much. I mean, some of my first two legendary skins were for Hanzo, a character that I never fucking play because I don't like his playstyle. You know, and ultimately, you just can't let that get you down. Like, it out of my way! The coins are fine. The coins, they're essentially just trying to use the same system that Hearthstone has, without fully committing to it, which is weird. And it feels like they're trying to have it both ways. Because it makes more sense in Hearthstone, given, you know, the whole context and the whole, you know, Warcraft theme. It is a little out of place. And I'm just gonna eat this now. Get my. But you should just keep playing God Emperor Dune. You should not give up. Don't be a pooper. You'll get. And the stuff is unavailable. No, the stuff isn't unavailable. It'll be back next year, and they keep doing stuff all the time. And so that's just the exclusive skins, and you're actually at the best point because you get. Oh, don't be a. You're being too negative. They're not unavailable. They'll just not be available till next year, and that's only the event specific ones, which is a subset. Oh, it's the sun. It's the half moon, the symbol of Islam. Well, if you want God Emperor, then you should buy an X-Bone and then play Titanfall 2 with MC Cum and myself. We're very cool people. Particularly MC Cum. He is probably the coolest person alive. Oh, they're done until next milestone? That's kind of weird. A little confused by that, because it seems their philosophy for the other ones is, oh, we'll do more of the other ones next. Like, they'll just add on to it. And ultimately, the way they're kind of handling it, I think it is not quite as good as, for example, Titanfall 2. It's like every time I boot up Titanfall 2, every month or two, there's free new shit available. Like it's like a free new map, free new weapons, you know, and that's cool. Like I like that. That's good. Let me see what I actually need first. I need free shit. And Titanfall 2 is just a very fun game. I like Titans. I like falls. I like guns. So basically everything I want is in Titanfall 2. And they're adding a new Titan, which is a female Titan. So she's going to be my robot waifu. And I'm going to kill people with her. And we're going to be holding hands. It'll be very cool. Okay. So I can make smothered chicken, but I'd need chicken. Shit. I mean, it works fine for Blizzard, but I don't know. For me, yeah, yes, that's correct, son. I don't know. Like, I just don't let the Overwatch stuff bother me, because ultimately they're cosmetics things, and it's like they're just nice bonuses, I guess I feel. It's different than like a Call of Duty style unlock game, where you're unlocking like core components of the game. Like that's different, you know. But you're basically just unlocking, like you can unlock everything for free. You can buy like special unique colorations or whatever. In Titanfall 2, like with real money, but you know, there's no point to do that. That's kind of how I feel about it. It's like people get really mad, but I just don't see why it's a big deal if it's just stuff that's So I think the real problem has been like the Call of Duty style they introduced with the Infinite Warfare, which a lot of people seem to be very upset about, where you.
Now then.
So they put it so that like you buy pieces of gear, kind of, and yeah, so you buy like loot boxes that actually have gear in them, like actual guns and things, and the guns can be some of the guns that you can only get from the buyable loot boxes actually have straight up better stats than the ones you get otherwise. So that's kind of like a big gaffe. Like, what were they thinking with that? It seems to be minuscule, like, you know, but it's just the fact that you can buy a weapon that's better than you can earn by playing the game normally, I think rubbed a lot of people the wrong way for, you know, understandable reasons.
Very well.
So that I think is a bad style. But Titanfall 2, I think is just it's fine. Like, you level up, you unlock the stuff, but you also every match basically you're getting some in-game currency, and the in-game currency you can use to buy unlocks that just stay unlocked permanently even when you know, prestige. So I think that's cool because it lets you like focus on your favorite weapons and stick with them. So I think it's a pretty good compromise, but we'll see.
Have you settled down from your little tantrum, Oswald?
Trying to go Super Saiyan.
'Tis useless. That sword contains my power, as per the contract. It will never harm me. Many have pledged their souls to me in exchange for power in life, but not one of them has been able to interest me. But you, Oswald, you are different. It seems you will be able to entertain me. But if you wish to defy me, I shall need to discipline you. I will scrape out your bowels until you beg me for mercy.
Sounds uncomfortable.
Ah, but worry not. I shall not allow you to die until I am bored of you. What is it? You're interrupting an important conversation. That shameless fool. How uncivilized. Listen carefully, my dearest Oswald.
She's gonna give us something to
A
do.
man will be arriving soon. I would like you to get rid of him for me. If you do this, I shall stop tormenting you.
Cut me open if you want.
My Oswald, I apologize if I have offended you. Please, dear, I shall free you of the shackles that rot your body.
Nothing has changed. I only serve a new master. From an ambitious toady to an autocratic empress. Who do you want me to kill?
Your sword is more than a match for the evil jewel thief who approaches.
Uh-oh, could it be Odin?
Your name will go down in history, Oswald, as the man who killed Demon Lord Odin.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna guess we don't actually kill Odin, given the fact that he appears after this in the storyline. But... And then Odin's just here, he's like, hey, it's me, Odin. Oh, fuck. Alright. Yeah, behold, asshole. Didn't quite work as I'd hoped. Damn it. The problem is that you move so quickly in a berserk mode that it can be kind of hard to get exactly where you want to go. You just kind of have to hope that you can stick on someone and keep mashing them. Yeah, VP Odin is like... So, Tri-Ace, one thing you gotta respect about Tri-Ace is that as much as that they're this completely insane video game company, and sometimes they're insane in like really worrying bad ways, like Star Ocean, like they're one of the definitely the ballsiest companies. Like they just come up with all these wild fucking ideas that, like Valkyrie Profile is a wild idea for an RPG. You know, ultimately the Star Ocean games, they're very creative even if they're stupid. I don't know. I guess I respect their insanity, if nothing else. Games like, let's see, I'm trying to, what is that game? I always talk about it as one of the most insane games I've ever played. Shit, it's Resonance of Fate. There we go. I always have trouble remembering the name of it. That is such a weird game. It is like quintessentially Tri-Ace. Like if you've ever looked at, like if you look up like the way, you don't really have character progression the same way. It's a lot more about making these guns that you can customize. And if you ever want to see like the depths of insanity they go into, you look up like Resonance of Fate gun customization, because you can go like completely wild in that. Like there's a lot of planning involved in how you fit the pieces into each other. I also don't know why Odin is shooting like shmup bullets out of his eye that then home in on me, but I don't ask the questions here. There, you're dead now, Odin. I'm alive. Well, not exactly.
Lay down your sword. I accept defeat
So Odin gets his ass beat a lot by
Do you
player
really think I would
characters.
let you survive after we have fought? Let me show you that naivety has no place in battle.
Wait. Is this how you show your loyalty to the Fairy Queen?
No. I am no longer associated with that place.
You are in the Netherworld, yet you still live. I shall not inquire as to how you ended up here. Shadow Knight, if you desist, I shall take you from the Netherworld. I know of a path that lets me freely come and go from this realm. Or would you rather become the Queen's servant and rot here? Is that what you wish?
I have no one to pledge myself to. Your terms, I accept.
So Oswald's finally getting some control over his life, I should say, his unlife, because he's dead. Well, we think he's dead, but Odin has said that he's alive. Supposedly his body is rotting from the inside out, but haven't really seen that so far, at least gameplay-wise. So the final chapter, there's two variants. There's the normal ending, and then there's like the true ending. And we'll do that when the time comes. But all right.
Oh, Shadow Knight, have you betrayed the fairy kingdom like we dwarfs have?
No.
No, idiot.
Shadow Knight! You! Be still! Have you not heard? He is the king's guest, but he killed so many of... Shadow Knight, be on your way.
The Valkyries have kind of every right to be pissed. Like, I did kill a lot of them.
You're the Shadow Knight? I'll kill you! Raise your blade!
Very well. Shall we duel?
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So, I don't know. I've never been a big fan of Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't really get into them.
Who's been allowed to sell in this castle? Is there anything you need?
Oh, fish fillet. Hell yes. So we probably spent a little too much money in the past chapters by my own foolish whims. But let's see if I can sell anything. Alright, we have a ton of these things to sell. I'm just gonna sell Killer Cloud, yeah. Toxin. We'll keep the blazes. The Killer Cloud. Alright. The fish is necessary. You fucking need fish. Bones can fuck right off. But fish, yes. A little short of the 3, but no Okami? Did they just... That's gotta be fake then, because I refuse to believe that they would not bring back... Well, I guess no, I can understand that. Because it's Capcom. And Capcom, you know, Capcom, like, their strategies don't allow everyone to be happy, is kind of their strategy. I mean, we're getting a Dragon's Dogma, current gen remaster, which is more than I would expect from Capcom, honestly.
Shadow Knight.
And we're probably getting Monster Hunter Double Cross on the Switch in the West, so.
Will you not listen to my request? Wait. What arrogance. I can compensate you.
What was that arg
I shall
about?
bequeath one of my castles to you. 'Tis small and old, but it should be a suitable reward for what I ask. In addition, I shall reward you with a magic spear. You may have seen it in war, but 'tis a work of art. 'Tis far more valuable than any other cipher. You stubborn fool. Is this still not enough for you? Then what about my daughter? Will my daughter Gwendolyn be enough for you?
Oswald's like, hell yeah.
That was that girl's name. What do you ask of me?
Ah, now you show interest. I have a target for you. Wagner, the vicious dragon that lives on Horn Mountain. Since you have already killed one dragon, this should not be too difficult.
If I kill this dragon for you, you'll give me your daughter?
I swear.
What is it you seek? Should I just kill it without knowing why?
You do not need to know.
There must be some ulterior motive. But very well. I shall accept your request. Do not forget your promise.
Man, Odin's kind of a weird guy. I wonder why he needs Wagner killed so badly. I guess we'll find out when we kill Wagner, huh? And so we haven't been able to go to the Puka kitchen for quite some time. So we're gonna have a lot of Puka bucks when we finally get back to Pukaville. That probably won't be till next chapter. But in the meantime, we get to beat up snowmen. So you better not complain. Better just be happy with beating up snowmen. I know I am. Alright. I'm also, I think, a little ahead in the leveling curve. It's weird because since you don't really get many chances to level up the same way in Oswald's, they've kind of made Oswald's leveling curve a little more, like it's a little softer than the other ones, I guess I would say. A little smoother. Not smoother, but it's very flat. That's a better term for it. So, I mean, the last chapter works a little differently, so I have to wonder how that'll play in. Because you can kind of, essentially the last chapter is a series of bosses, and you pick who fights who. So anyone can fight anyone. So it doesn't make any sense for one character to be significantly weaker than the others. You know, there's a correct way to do it, which is kind of told to you in game directly by the context, and then there's like an incorrect way. And the incorrect way, and there's like a semi-correct way where like you do it like wrong, but it sort of works. So it's interesting. 2 characters to level 40. Why is that, son? So I don't know much about Valkyrie Profile 2. Maybe they'll put it on the remastered, Team Salmon. Maybe they'll put it on the remastered PlayStation 4 games at some point, but... Oh, so I just did, I picked things that sounded like Odin Sphere, and I think the Twitch name is like Obama Sphere or something, just because it sounded remotely similar to Odin, and it came to mind. I did a different one for Beam, which is now Mixer, and a different one for YouTube, which is now, well, still YouTube. So I try to come up with unique, interesting names for my stream titles, but you know, no promises. They're not always good. They can't all be winners, you know. All right, salmon. Ooh, that's good. So that's cool about the accessories and whatnot.
Sorry for the wait.
How much trouble is that, son, to get him to level 40, where you are in the game right now?
Will that be all?
That seems like a very try thing to do. Like, you just have to level characters up.
Very well. Leave it to me.
I'm glad, Dolly. I'll try to... I've sat with these for a few days, so my next session I'll have to come up with new titles. So I'll have to brainstorm some. And we'll be in the last of the normal character storyline, so maybe I should reflect that. Okay. I'll have to keep thinking about it.
Is there anything else you want to order?
Oh, the seal stones. I think I remember those. They make you weaker, but you get more EXP.
As you wish. I
Ooh, Muggle. But it takes more fish. So that is good, but it takes fish and Muggles. I think I have Muggle
Wait, you're...
seeds. Yeah. 9 phosons, okay. Ooh, 2 times the XP but no money. That's kind of annoying, but I imagine money is less of a problem. So like, by the end of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, I had like 5 million yen or something, and there were like achievements to buy everything in the game, but I was like, I'm not gonna do that. So I didn't do that. Damn. So you have a ways to go, huh, son? Okay. Well, you got your work cut out for you, man. I don't know. That sounds a little intense for me. I remember. So I was playing. The first time I played Phantasy Star 2, which is a really good game, I should add. I was reading this guide, and the guide was like, "Oh, for this area that the Air Castle, I think is called. It's called. They're like, oh yeah, you need to be. If this is like the hardest dungeon in the game. You have to grind up a bunch of levels." So like I ground. Oh, again? Jeez. But so I ground up a bit, and then I did the dungeon, and it was a fucking cakewalk. And I actually got tired of the grinding, and I went and did the dungeon before I was, you know, the proper level to do it, and I fucking steamrolled it, and I was like, oh. So it just makes me upset, like when I every time I've tried to follow a game FAQ's guide that says like, oh, look up one, the small boneyard. I missed that one. Oh well. Every time I've tried to follow a game FAQ's guide, I always get really mad because it either like recommends like 5,000 more hours grinding than you need, or it just gives you like really bad advice. Like there's this one thing for like the hardest boss in Dragon Quest VII, which is it like there's strategies, but it's like the guy just doesn't listen, and he's like, this boss is really hard, but I got lucky and beat him, and it's like that's it. That's it. That's the whole thing, and it's like, really? That's your guide? Like, that's it? You know? You don't have anything to add other than I got lucky and it worked for me. You know, it was like, okay, whatever. Then there's the guides that are just wrong. Like, in Xenogears, there's that one, it's like the end of disc 1, there's like that, it's like a maze dungeon, and it's really brutal. Brutal in that like it's really easy to get lost. And oh, charm, this is what I wanted. And the guy just gives blatantly wrong directions. Like if you follow his directions, you will get more lost. And it was like, oh, thank you. Thank you for making the guide and then not doing any checking to see if the guide was accurate or just nonsense. Like I'm trying not to be too, you know, critical, because I know that you know, people who make the guides, you know, they do it like as a service to the community, and if they're, you know, they're not paid, and it's like, okay, fine, I get that, but it pisses me off when there's just no like quality control, no error checking kind of thing. Oh, what? How does that? Am I not jumping right? I guess not. Okay. Yeah, so for whatever reason, Desecrator of Souls are the bad guys here. He's trying to eat my soul, but I'm not gonna let him. I don't have a soul. Hehehe. Listening to all the emo songs and oh, whoops. Oh. You know, I never had an emo phase, so I feel like I can make fun of emo, but I don't know. Music is such a personal thing that I only make fun of it with like a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing, because making fun of music that other people legitimately like seems like such a pathetic thing to do, in my opinion. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm getting through Persona Q, but it's slow going. Sorry. Ooh, status ailments. I love status ailments. So one thing that happens to me in Persona Q, if you want to hear me complain about bad games too, son, Persona Q isn't bad. I was playing it on hard mode, and I put it down to normal because it was just not fun. But there are enemies, so a common enemy encounter is 3 of these enemies, and you'll encounter these 3 enemies, and they all will spam abilities that hit your entire group, and they'll do this every round. So it's just like you have no, like it's very difficult to deal with them because they can just be spamming this and take you down really quickly. So it's just like, oh, this is fun. Especially because they can come along with these enemies that will use this move where they block all damage to other enemies in the fight until you kill them. And they have no elemental weaknesses. They're weak to one of the insta-death moves, which you do kind of need to use because it's Persona Q. And insta-death is very good in that game, but yeah, I don't know, it's dumb. It makes me upset at points. Like, it's not terrible, but it's not a good Etrian Odyssey, it's not a good Persona game. Due to the blizzard, huh? It's pretty bad. I mean, the trade-off is that it seems to be almost based around the insta-death being as good as it is, because some of these enemies, it's just like not fucking worth fighting the proper way. Oh, the puzzles are garbage. You basically, they give you, so there are these completely horrible puzzles in this specific labyrinth, and it's like they knew the puzzles were really bad, because for several of them, like, they're just really obtuse. They're not particularly difficult. It's just really hard to tell what they're going for. Like, one of them I managed to guess pretty quickly, but from what I read, if you don't, they basically, so Naoko will explain the puzzle to you if you get it wrong like 3 times, and it's like, well, what's even the point of the puzzle if you're just going to explain it to the player and do it for them if they don't figure it out in, you know, the pure guesswork 3 times because you give them these shitty fucking clues. I don't know. It just made me really upset. A lot of people seem to really dislike this one. But yeah, that sounds horrible. Usually, so at least these horrible puzzles, like, you have to navigate through, and usually once you've passed it, you can at least, like, bypass it in the future. So they at least knew that much, but it's dumb. It's really dumb. You know, if the music wasn't good, I would probably be more down on Persona Q, but I can't hate it because the music is good, the battle theme is great, the special battle theme is great. It's just, I like it, even though it's not, it's just a much lower quality version of Strange Journey, essentially. And I wouldn't even compare it to Strange Journey. It's like, so, they're similar in that they're just Etrian and SMT collaborations. And I do like, but yeah, putting in having to do the dungeons puzzle even after you beat the boss is like criminally stupid. They're like, we're here just to waste your time. That to me seems just obnoxious. I hate when games do that. Like, I hated the water level in the Ocarina of Time water temple, only because you have to keep cycling it. Like, you just have to keep going up and down, changing the water level, up and down, and up and down, and it just pisses me off. It's like, I just want it to be done with this dungeon. It's not even that bad of a dungeon. It just, like, if you ever screw up the water level, you know, you're going all the way up. Yeah, I'm always skeptical of game FAQs. You never know. You never fucking know. There are other things about game FAQs that make me wonder. There's like surveys of the site, and I think it like turns up usually that the average like age of people on the site is like 30 plus by now, and a lot of them are pedophiles, like self-admitted pedophiles, which I find very strange. The fact that people don't have any shame about that, but you know, whatever. It's fine. It's like the Star Ocean 4 thing where it's like, oh, it's Limo, she's mentally and physically 6 years old, but don't worry, boys, she's 16. Well, it's not even really don't worry, boys, it's actually, Mom, she's 16 years old. So, you know, it's legal in some states, and it's like, you're not really helping your case there. I don't know, anytime I hear someone quote age of consent laws at me, it's like a -5 in my respect of them. It kind of has the opposite effect, I would say. If you're quoting age of consent like, actually it's not weird because it's technically legal that I'm, you know, it's like I'm just slowly backing away and calling the fucking FBI on you. But anyway, fight a boss 50 times. Yeah, no, that sounds horrible. I could potentially believe that's the fastest way though, because I know in a lot of RPGs, that if you can refight the boss, that tends to be one of the fastest ways to get EXP. Typically, so it's true in Etrian Odyssey games, it's usually a great way to get EXP and money. That's only in 1 and 2, and I don't know if it's really in the remakes of them either. It was mainly true in 1 and 2, like the originals, because they didn't have quests, didn't give EXP, I should say, like they do in the later games. It's you know, I don't know. I guess I take a, so I'm not trying to judge anyone. I guess the point I'm trying to make right now is that if so this is, I need fire. So I guess my point is that if you're just falling back on you know, technically it's legal, so it's not weird, then it's like, well, that seems to me to be a really weak argument, I guess. That kind of doesn't help the whole, well, it's still fucking weird thing. Like, there's things that are technically legal that are weird and also wrong, you know, I would say. So I don't think it addresses the fundamental point. Like, I'm not arguing whether or not you can legally do that. I'm saying, you know, maybe you shouldn't. I don't know. It gets into, like, morals and ethics and everything. No, we're not having a serious debate. Dolly's just chiming in, I think, and I'm not having a serious debate either. I'm being a little snide and silly, so, you know, I it's whatever. Ultimately, I guess my take on it would be if both of the parties are consenting, you know, adults in mindset, are able to fully understand, you know, and that's not a strict age, I would say. Then that's one thing, and that's, I think, the most important thing. So, anyway, back to video games. I like video games. I've beaten 1 or 2 of them in the past. Oh, shrimp. So I got shrimp. Shrimp aplenty. But I gotta sell shit too. Oh, here's what I'll do. I will craft. Add. The Health Cyclone. Yeah, why not? Oh, let me craft a volcano. I think that might be what I want. So that is Habaneristo. Ooh, I'm out though. And whatever. Oh, maybe, I hope I don't need the boots again to get through that blizzard. Probably do. Fuck. So let me sell Whirlwind, Warmer. Yeah, healing items are usually good. Big proponent of healing items. I basically forwent, I should say, all of the healing, almost all of the healing spells in Tokyo Mirage Sessions, because the healing items were just so fucking good. Like, it was kind of obnoxious how good they were. Oh, that's just a straight upgrade, man. Alright, equipment. Venus Bank. Saturn Bank. Sell. Okay. Alright, let's see what I can make. It was kind of a bummer going back to work today after a long weekend. And I have, next week I have a business trip, which kind of sucks.
Now then.
Not anywhere special, it's just to, Amherst
As you
in
wish.
Massachusetts. So if anyone is in that area, please feel free to contact me if you want to chill. Probably going to meet Bisaromi, though. Maybe go to the Mana Bar. I think that's the infamous arcade bar in that area. That would be a train wreck.
Will that be all?
Oh dear. But yeah, I'm told they have a no wait. This is other place that he wanted to go. He says that they have like a Theater Rhythm arcade machine, which sounds glorious. Theater Rhythm is like a dumb game, but it's fun. So I cannot dislike it, even though it's dumb. And I will be the first to admit that it's dumb. And that it's not really me admitting it; it's just me accusing it of being dumb. But it's fun. I like it. I didn't get the newer. I didn't get the second one, which is supposed to be the first one, but 10 times better. I only played the first one, but I liked the first one. What's up, son?
Nice to Horn Mount now then.
All right, seafood salad and what's seafood salad? Yeah, how long have you been at this? Because that reminds me, there was like that one. Yeah. What's your playtime at right now, son? Because there's that infamous, the guy who farmed to level 99 in the first reactor of Final Fantasy VII. That guy is a fucking monster. And I guess so wasn't it like some guy was gonna do it and then gave up?
Will that be all?
And then some other guy was like, yo, fuck this guy in particular. And went ahead and did it just to spite him, which is pretty incredible. I love Dragon Quest in general. Dragon Quest is great. Big fan of Dragon Quest. Honestly, I love all of the Dragon Quest games, even the ones that aren't so good. But yeah, I like Dragon Quest a lot. Let's see, what did I could make more stuff, but I think I'll be okay for now. I'll just continue on. Oh. There's a carrot here. I need more of the habaneristo, though. And I gotta figure out how to get to that. It said I couldn't get past because of the blizzard. So I'll have to keep... So I'm guessing that the reason I couldn't get past the blizzard is because I need the heavy boots, which I unfortunately sold. But maybe there'll be... No, because that guy didn't sell it. So maybe there'll be a... Maybe there'll be a place to loot the heavy boots on this level. They can't imagine that I would have kept them, right? That would be too unreasonable. I just can't imagine a world where I was supposed to keep this seemingly useless accessory for all that time. But it's probably the world that we live in. Jesus, 92 hours? Good God. That's a lot of playtime. Oh, A, because I probably got hit by that stupid rolling snowball when I shouldn't have. So it's all my fault. There's some salmon. Berserk more, I'm sure. I'm not using it enough. Oh damn! I just ate 2 of those guys to the face. 2 of those ice spirits. No magic. Just dying. Dying is magic. Good God, son. I think you've earned a break there, buddy. You've also earned like a medal, but take a break first, please. Oh, I can't use the Napple seed for a different reason. Let's see. I don't have any eggs, do I? No. Well, shit. So I don't see what I'm presuming I need. Yeah, cannot have answered to the blizzard. Yeah, this is definitely the boots. I need the boots. Shoot. Man, that is frustrating. I guess for the last character, I'm gonna have to just keep the boots in my inventory. And it's only 1 slot. It's not like it really breaks the bank, breaks the bags, I should say. But it's still annoying. See how many of the look at how many coins I have. I don't even have any of the special coins yet either. The commemorative coins, which are the real big bucks. But okay, ancient, spirit lucky, fireproof. Why is he selling fireproof here? What a random thing to sell. I don't know. We'll go fight the boss, which is Wagner. I guess that's why he's selling fireproof, because Wagner breathes fire on you. But Wagner, aka Rathalos. I'm hyped for Monster Hunter Double Cross on the Switch. I have to wonder what they're gonna call it in English, because they renamed Cross to Generations. Dragon Zombie. Oh, is that the boss you're up against?
Where are you? Come out! Wagner!
I think so, but I'd have to leave this level, Dolly, and I don't particularly want to do that enough. I might go back and do it if you need to for the platinum, because I'm a sucker for getting any kind of platinums in games.
Disrespectful fool! Who calls my name?
There you are.
That sword, you! Are you the wielder of the Belderiva from Ringford?
I do not know of you.
But I heard that he had been shot by the fairies and sent to the Netherworld.
Even death can be overcome.
Oswald!
Don't talk so arrogantly, Oswald.
So you do know me. Still, that is not my concern. All I want is your life.
Have fun with the puzzle, son. It sounds like a good time for everyone involved,
Shadow Knight,
particularly you.
tremble in anticipation.
What?
You have no idea how long I've awaited this moment. See here? Do you remember this spot? The wise and noble dragon, Hindle, was killed here for no reason.
Yes, I killed a lizard. And I shall kill another.
Stop trying to act so badass. Wagner is...
Be enough to char you to the bone. Your shadow will never fall on land again. Return to the Netherworld and face eternal torture.
I will end you, Wagner. Your death will give me a faint light of hope. You shall join your friend in death. Go to sleep for eternity.
This is like really over the top. I mean, Wagner did nothing wrong, essentially. Like, he's kind of a... Wagner is very much a hard ass in the game, but I mean, if you think about it, the humans in this game kind of deserve it. I mean, they massacre dragons. You know, dragons kind of have every right to be pissed at humans. So I don't really blame him for his dislike of these humans. Especially the people who have ciphers. People who have ciphers are kind of unstoppable killing machines. Like you just, it's really just the cipher is like, you know, is an unbelievable weapon technology that allows them to fight and defeat dragons and seemingly gods as well. So yeah, you know, I will admit that damn it. I will admit there's a little bit to this whole dragons hating ciphers thing. Mildly justified. This is going pretty well. Oh, damn it. Damn. Okay, let's just do a shine, because why the hell not? So that breaks those. I guess this is why I could have kept that warmer, huh? Shit. Shit. Oh, fuck. Okay. Healing tonic. These little ice guys, they just catch up to you. Well, Wagner's dead at least, so. There we go. Turned around, killed him. Good old turn and kill. Tourniquet. Turn and kill. Oh, there's the ring to Trell.
That ring is mine. Give it here. It belongs to me.
You merely requested that I slaughter a dragon. We said nothing about any rings.
That's true.
You have no idea of its value.
That's also true.
Now, hand it back.
If you wish to fight me once more, I do not mind. But I do not guarantee your survival this time.
You...
I have fulfilled my promise. 'Tis time for you to hold up your end of our deal.
I was born a king. I must continue to act like one. Although my opponent may be arrogant and disrespectful,
Oh, fuck off.
I shall not break my word.
If you wanted the ring,
and
Jesus.
the other thing are yours. Gwendolyn is asleep. I cast a spell on her as punishment for disobeying me. The one who awakens her shall receive her undying love. The spell will compel her to act in that manner.
How can you treat your own child as an object?
She is my daughter. I shall treat her as I wish. Now go. My daughter sleeps in the old castle in the forest.
I do like how there's this kind of parallel with how their parents have treated them for Oswald and Gwendolyn. And it makes me think that they may, you know, they really do have some kind of
I saw.
bond.
It was you, Gwendolyn.
More than just, you know, the forced love spell kind of thing. But yeah, Odin's really he's a big asshole. Mercedes really puts him in his place at the end of her storyline, so it's very satisfying to see, She basically beats the shit out of him, and she's like, you know, I could kill you, Odin, but how about this? You can either leave, or you can, if you ever invade, I will just invade your entire country and fucking kill you and all of your people too. And he's like, damn, girl. And just like this 10-year-old girl is like, I'm gonna declare war on you if you ever come back. And he's like, gulp. Mercedes is kind of a badass. She starts out kind of unlikable, but I really like Mercedes' character arc. It's kind of uplifting in that you see her really grow into her role as queen. And it's like, oh, good for you, Mercedes. You go declare war on Odin because he deserves it. He really does. And Melvin, her cousin, is just such an asshole that he really deserves to be destroyed too.
What do you want? As long as I am here, if you mock my position as I may look like this, but...
Oh. Miris is she's a good caretaker. I'd give Miris a raise. She seems like a very valuable,
What
friendly...
a coincidence. I stopped by to see Miris since I was worried about her.
You know, she's a loyal retainer, and I respect that. So I need 2 of these, although I may get some of those on site. Amulet, recover from frog. Yogurt I will buy though. I'll buy 2. None of these are useful otherwise. Oh well, so I missed a few treasure chests. Not the end of the world. Store the... Yeah, there we go. So, can I sell anything
I stopped by.
worthwhile? I have a lot of these materials. The problem is that the level 2 materials just aren't worth much. So how many do I have? 4? That'll consolidate them to 1. That's better. But yeah, Odin's a real douche. It's always really... I think it works because it makes any action against Odin feel very justified. So even when Oswald is kind of being, you know, a smug asshole, you're like, yeah, you tell him. All right, what's up? Tell me if okay, I'll tell you what I think. But let me eat food as well.
Welcome! What can I...
Go for 100%ish run. Okay, I can understand that. I think I do something similar where I try to find a reasonable level of 100%, as in maybe not fully 100%, but I'll do like all of the things that are reasonable to do. But I'll let you finish go on because I know it's a little harder to type than to talk.
Bon appetit!
But so I'm not trying to 100%. Yes, no, I agree with that, son. For games that I really like, I'll go back and 100% them. But for me, trying to 100% the first time is like a really easy way to get burnt out on a game. And I'm really trying to fight getting burnt out on video games right now, because, man, if that happens, I'll never... The Pukas are great, though. I like the Pukas. They're very plucky. Very relatable, because they feel so downtrodden, but they're still optimistic. But yeah, sorry, no, like for me, getting burnt out in video games is horrible. Like I've had too many games where I get really burnt out. I kind of did that to myself with Monster Hunter, because I was trying to do all of the quests, which is a really bad idea. But yeah, I'm still doing that. I think I'm almost done with Village 5-star. So I'm done with Village 5-star. I'm working on Village 6-star right now, trying to 100% the story, and that's 100% all of the quests, which is, whew, that's a lot of shit.
With pleasure.
I would love to go to the Puka kitchen though and just eat delicious food like this, because they're so happy if you give them the coins.
Will this be all?
Like, you just do that, and the Puka are like, you are the honored guest who we will make food porn for.
With
And
pleasure.
oh my god, they seem to be like gourmet chefs, and it's like, hell yes.
Will this be all for you?
I would help the Pukas. They would honor me as their hero and cook for me.
Will this be all for you? With pleasure.
And you know, I gotta know how fluffy the ears are.
Will this be
I
all
just,
for you?
I gotta know.
With pleasure. Will this be all for you?
It's eating me up. I have the knowledge, the fact that I don't know personally how fluffy the ears are. Yes, no, that's a good idea, son. The game for my soul is, that's slated for my soul is, it is Nier Automata, and that is, that's coming up. I am on the way to Nier Automata. So, no, buying the Bearmint Seeds is a better deal. Okay. I don't see anything I should spend my money on right now, though. So I'm gonna... Maybe buying the yogurt.
May I have some of your time? Since I have...
Nier games are like fucking non-stop feels. What's really more feels is as you figure out what's going on. Because that's always a really big mystery in the Nier games. Is the what's actually happening. You know, because like, part of that is, so for Nier 1, it was very easy. If you just played the game once through, you would not have gotten the full picture. That's the design. You have to do, like, you know, ending B to really start understanding, you know, what's happening and why things maybe aren't so happy and good. And then
No matter
there's
how long you stare at her.
all the extra stuff too.
I know.
The supplemental things that explain the full storyline.
Yes, but if you kiss...
Oh? So that's how to wake her.
Please, you mustn't. Princess Gwendolyn disobeyed the king's orders in order to save someone very important to us. Thus, she was punished, regardless of her own mind. Her fate is to fall in love with a total stranger. But that is too cruel.
Indeed, it is.
Huh? You won't kiss her? But didn't you come to take Princess Gwendolyn away?
I would like her to love me. But not in this way. People are not objects. Still, it breaks my heart to see her like this.
But I love those games you listed, son. It's all good games.
Find another way to break Odin's spell.
You are too...
Looks like I'm not too late. Move, coward!
Gwendolyn!
Tell Odin that the 3 wise men of Titania have his daughter.
Wait.
Uh-oh. I guess we're going to Titania, huh? We got some skulls to crack. I'd say crack, but it's really skulls to cut open at this point. But yeah, this is like, I think it really affirms Oswald as kind of a dark but heroic character. Ultimately, he and Cornelius are definitely the most straight up heroic. Oswald really starts out as an anti-hero, but as you can really see, he's becoming very heroic. Like, his whole people aren't objects, his fury at Odin being a complete piece of shit, how he seems to genuinely have some compassion for Gwendolyn, maybe even empathy for the fact that they've both been in awful situations. I can relate to that. So I want to do Elixir. But yeah, so Spyro, great game. No, I like all those games. I really should finish Banjo-Tooie at some point. Tooie to me has never really felt the same. I never played Tooie as a kid. So then trying to go back and enjoy 2E later has been very different, you know, because I don't have the nostalgia for it, basically. So it just feels, in a lot of ways, it's like, huh. Because so of course it's very similar to Banjo-Kazooie, but it also feels very different, if that makes any sense. You know, it probably sounds very silly. Because it's basically like an expansion pack, but it has a very different, I guess, just general feel to me. Yeah, no, Cornelius is great. To me, he's kind of it's not that I dislike Gwendolyn. It's just that I think her story it's kind of paced poorly, and I don't think it's the greatest start to the game. So it kind of seems a little slower and less interesting. Yeah, no, 2E does feel too big. One thing that really bothers me is how much you have to go back and like return to stages later to 100% them. Because I mean, in BK, you just only have to. You can basically get everything in a stage the first time you visit. In 2E, there's a lot of like you have to come back later to get everything. I think there's like the separate notes, and then there's separating into Banjo and Kazooie, which is just a strange mechanic. It's not DK64 level, and DK64 is still fun. It's just that if you try to do everything, if you try to like burn through that game, that is a complete burnout game. Yeah, no, DK64, they completely went overboard. I still think there's a lot of there's enjoyment to be had, I will say. Absolutely, there's enjoyment to be had, because they're still good at you know, it's still a rare game. Like, they still were on their on the ball, I think, with a lot of the mechanics. At least that's always been my impression. But it just, you know, the whole collectathon stuff is way too much. They really went overboard there. But so if you try to just, you know, go through the game, you will be overwhelmed and you know, if you try to play it like the way you might play Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie 1, you will hate it, and with good reason. I think it's a game you kind of have to play more in a slow burn. To me, it's similar in a sense to if you've ever played Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. So Peace Walker has a lot of like this extra stuff that you can do, which is kind of similar. Like, there's just way too much. Well, Peace Walker is a little different because it's not that there's way too much. It's that it's like it relies on these vehicle fights, which just work really weirdly. In Peace Walker, they're kind of like this combination of Metal Gear Solid and Monster Hunter, and it's as weird as it sounds, I guess is what I would say. So yeah. The vehicle fights, though, like, you can, if you spend time with the Mother Base mechanic and kind of doing these side things, you can actually get a lot more power, which makes character power, which makes the vehicle fights a lot more manageable. Because if you don't, you know, invest time in doing some of those, you're in for like 10, 15 minute long boss fights of just you kind of crouching in the corner, shooting at a boss, and then trying to get the ammo to shoot again, and hope he doesn't one-shot you, because the bosses deal a lot of fucking damage. So that's not a great character experience thing, but I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is there are certain games that really feel like they work as a slow burn and not as like a fast burn kind of game. So that was one problem I had with the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, is that they put Peace Walker, which is a good game, into the console format, and I think it's a much better match for a handheld kind of slow burn format, you know? I guess, you know, maybe playing it while you're on the bus or something, or listening to. Yeah, no, 2E I think is I don't know. To me, 2E just feels less cohesive, less focused. I don't know. A lot of it just feels kind of weird compared to BK. And you know, I know this is a controversial opinion, but I don't hate Nuts and Bolts. Like Nuts and Bolts, you know, I know everyone wanted another Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie style game, and I can understand being frustrated that it's not like that. But you know, I think once you get past that, I think once you get past that, Nuts and Bolts is actually a pretty cool game for what it is. And it's, you know, it doesn't reinvent anything really, but it just, the flexibility you have in building new vehicles and finding out different ways to solve problems and kind of fine-tuning it to get the you know, the jiggies. I actually really enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun with that. I felt like it was a game where I could really stretch my creativity. You know, I could really experiment with different ideas. And that was cool. So, wouldn't call it a perfect game, but I certainly enjoyed it. And I think it got a really unfair rap by a lot of people who were put off by just the fact that it was different and didn't really want to give it a try. I did not build a Bear Spring, but that sounds glorious. The kind of stuff you could build in that game was just unbelievably cool. Like, to me, I know there have been other games like that, or either conceptually or like actually in game setup, but that was the first one to me that really felt like it succeeded in that style of play, I guess I would say. Like, I didn't really like Scribblenauts. Scribblenauts is kind of a similar concept, but in that it's supposed to be about creativity. But to me, Scribblenauts, the puzzle design, felt very constrained. So you're ultimately kind of like, okay, I'll build a Bear Spring. Maybe I'll buy the rare replay, which I've kicked around that idea for a while, and I'll build the I'll stream myself building a Bear Spring in Nuts and Bolts. So that's a possibility. I've kicked that idea around. But that does sound pretty glorious. That sounds basically Link riding the rock in a New Zelda in Breath. Glorious. And that was pretty glorious. You know, I think that's important to note. That was like, oh, that was a good time. Man, that was great. I remember doing everything aside from the multiplayer trophies. It's better than Link riding the rock. All right, sold.
Now then.
That's amazing, because Link riding the rock, oh boy, that made my day and then some. So let's see, what did I want to make? I wanted to make steak tartare. I need eggs. Okay.
I await your further.
Bear Spring, huh? You're really going for the hard sell. You may have me interested now. Ooh, roasted lamb. Press A on every surface Banjo touches. I gotta do this. Alright.
Hey, I've got some.
Okay. Buy a few eggs. Let's just buy 3 for now. See some shit. Alright. I really have to try this. The rare replay has some good stuff on it too, from what I remember. I really have to do that, huh? Alright, steak tartare, and then roasted lamb. So I need apples for roasted lamb.
Very well. Leave it to me.
Go farther and higher than Link. That sounds like a direct challenge. The gauntlet has been thrown by Sun Gaming, Target, Nintendo. How will they respond in the Breath of the Wild DLC? We can only hope adequately. If it's not adequate, there's going to be hell to pay. Let me tell you. I'm going to go on all the TV channels that Reggie goes on, and when they ask him questions like, "Hey Reggie, is Link hot?" I'm going to interrupt them and I'm going to say, "More importantly, what do you think of the Bear Spring?" And you know, they'll do a zoom up on his face. The sweat will just be dripping down. He pulls out his handkerchief, which is just pictures of Link on it, and he wipes his brow. You know, and he's doing like he's tugging on his undershirt. You know, like the collar, like, ugh. You know, and it's I'm gonna put the pressure on him. He's gonna have to come up with an adequate answer.
Is there anything else?
All right, I really sold my.
Thank you very much.
Nintendo can never surpass the bear spring, huh? I don't know. Never is a strong word. Let's see, 3 rose miles is enough, I think. I also need Napples, too. Fuck. So this is 2. I love that, like, we're not even impressed by me growing the lambs anymore. It's old. You know, it's no big deal. No fuel? Hell yeah. I like that. Fuel was, I think, the biggest complaint I had with nuts and bolts. Fuel just didn't seem like it was really that great of a mechanic. But I don't know, the game at its best felt almost like, you know, a more creative, open-ended Diddy Kong Racing, which I am always about. 30 phosons, huh? So that's 12, so I need to release 18. That's enough. Did you give it maybe 1 or 2 more? No. Oh, no, we're good. It's only 1 Napple, right? Yeah. Oh, no, it's 2 Napples. Hell yeah.
Mori's Touring Restaurant. Call and I am at your service.
Yeah, the fuel was just like, I just never got what the fuel was supposed to even do, really.
What do you want to order?
Alright. I missed one of your comments. Let me just make sure I read all of it. I see what you're saying. Yeah, the fuel was just like a weird kind of addition, and like the fact that that was my biggest complaint is like proof that I like the game and that I, you know, have no real problems with it. I guess is more what I was going for, but yeah, it was just kind of like, why is this here in the game? Like, what point does the fuel add? Because you can just summon and unsummon. Okay, so I can understand that. I would maybe just say there's no point for fuel outside of challenges. But I guess it's nice that you can see how much fuel it actually has in the challenge and still be outside of the challenge.
Leave it to me.
You know, that I can understand.
Well, that...
Alright, I need to keep making stuff. Look at how much
Thank you
I'm
very
going
much.
up in level, though. Eating food is great. Any game where you eat food to level up is a game that I like. Probably doing up too much, but I can just focus a lot of these phosons on improving my cipher after this, so. Let's see. Grow, yes. Okay, now I need to grow some mulberries. 2 mulberries. Is that 6? Can't count. 6. But I liked all the challenges. The challenges were pretty fun. And to me it felt like, so Scribblenauts is another game that's supposed to be kind of similar in design.
Welcome to more. Now then.
And Scribblenauts, it just felt like it was kind of the opposite, because you just were always supposed to use, you know, quote, supposed to, unquote, use, like, just a few basic words that were really fucking good. and they would just solve everything, and it felt like creativity was punished in Scribblenauts. See, I don't remember the Genjo challenges. It was so long ago that I played the game, I clearly need to replay it, but...
As you wish.
Like, Scribblenauts, I got really bored in, like, one of the first few areas, because I felt like anytime I tried to actually apply creativity, like, you're basically guaranteed to get a shitty rating if you ever try to be creative, which I thought was just ass backwards. I also I just have a really negative response, in part, to Scribblenauts, because I knew a lot of people who ridiculously overhyped it, like, to a laughable degree. So they were like, Scribblenauts is probably going to be the greatest game ever made. And I'm like, no, it's absolutely not going to be the greatest game ever made. And it wasn't. And they kept trying to hold up that it was, you know, and it was like, no, it's not. Just accept it for what it is, which is an interesting, you know, but ultimately flawed experience. But no, it's the perfect game. I guess I just fan bases, I know we established, are always terrible. So can't hate a game for its fan base, or I'd hate everything, and I do hate everything. And I also hate all the fan bases. So I guess I don't know what I'm going for anymore. Fan bases suck. I think the best way I've heard it described is people talking about the fandom, like D-U-M, sometimes D-U-M-B if they're feeling particularly charitable, I guess. Man, this guy has a lot of health. But I don't know, all the fan bases I've seen tend to be pretty bad. Usually games... Yeah, no, Vertical Racing... I think I remember that one. That's ringing a bell. Vertical Racing is definitely not the, what that game is designed to be, though. So why would I want to ever make something besides... Whatever. It's like, well, you've already made... I guess... They give me the Power Stones to do it here, but I just don't understand why I would want to take a perfectly fine... So I get Painkiller, lowers damage taken, Overload increases damage dealt, and then POW and Quick Charge increases POW's auto recovery speed and lowers POW cost. That seems worse. Oh no, I think I did that. I think I did what you're talking about. The sticky ball. That's kind of what I liked. They seem to like just it was designed to almost allow you to think creatively like that. Like, oh, you don't like this challenge? Well, if you think carefully, I'm sure you can come up with a way to get around it, you know? Okay, so how do I get past this, huh? The entrance is too narrow. What the hell does that mean? You shot the Genjo! Oh my god. Okay, well, we'll keep exploring. We'll figure out. I might need. There might be a mushroom to make me small, but I don't think there is in this level. Or maybe there's like a transform somewhere. Oh, there's mulberries here. I need to grow those mulberries. Oh, no more cup vein. Man, you are cutthroat, son. You dominated that Genjo. He knows better to mess with you than... Now, man. Oh my god, that's wild. I like that solution. I love solutions like that. Like, being able to do that is always really cool in a game. Ooh, okay. Okay, well, I gotta kill the mages as quickly as possible, because otherwise they just take forever to die. Damn it! Ah. Hate mages. Like launching swords at me, and I'm trying to live a non-violent life of killing. I'm Himura Batosai, you know, but oh well. No, that's the being able to use your rage in creative way is like a core aspect of video games that makes them what they are, I think. All right, we have quite a few mulberries. Yeah, I did just make a old school Rurouni Kenshin reference. That's kids today will not. You know, only '90s kids will get this. And I list an anime that was on during the in America during the 2000s. Only '90s kids will understand that this. It's kind of weird to think that kids born after Resident Evil 3 are now old enough to vote in the next election. I was thinking about that the other day. Well, actually, one of my friends brought that up to me, and I was like, what? And he's like, no, think about it. And I'm like, what? Because Resident Evil 3 came out like 20 years ago. Oh my god. How did that happen? Where's all the time gone? I guess the answer is just video games, huh? Okay, so there definitely has to be a mini area in this this world, mid-boss stage. Oh, fuck me. But it's like, I think more importantly, kids born after, you know, Resident Evil. This is like kids born after Resident Evil became a laughingstock and then kind of reclaimed its status a bit with 4, you know. Even though 4 is really just kind of a different beast altogether. Not that it's bad, I like 4 a lot. It's just a different kind of game than the original ones, for better or for worse. Yeah, the stunt bike I remember hating. That's one thing I just like have a remembrance of the word stunt bike, and intense dislike wells up within my, you know, my soul. I'm not doing a very good job not taking damage here, man. It's just too much. He has too much super armor. He's able to keep hitting me out of my combos. That's not good for my life. There we go. I'm mlumming, so I need to stop mlumming. That is goal number 1. The space. So the one of the things that I do definitely remember is that there's like a space, like you're on a rail and you have to shoot stuff. That one I remember being pretty brutal because there's just so much shooting. Like, you just have to shoot so many fucking things. It's just, it's difficult to shoot all of the things in the allotted time. I think to get the jiggy on that level was some effort. Some significant effort. Okay, so I can't get... There's that earlier place that I can't get to due to the aforementioned size requirements. So there's another thing right here where I can't get to because of the size requirements. Huh. Oh.
Well, I'll be.
Ooze. Huh. Okay. Oh, yeah, the saucer. Yep, that's what the one. That one sucked. Fuck that one in particular. Good God. What were they thinking? Alright, so this is bombable. I think, is Blaze enough to do it? No. Do you need Volcano, maybe? Yeah, you need Volcano. Blaze, maybe if I hit it. The 360 controller, yeah. It's not meant for button mashing, for sure. Okay. Some of this.
Very.
There.
Will that be all?
Okay, we have a lot of chocolate stuff to make. No, because we need eggs. Shit. Let's make this.
Very well. Leave it.
That's why I never got to the. I'm told there's a really bad.
Enjoy your meal.
Banjo-Tooie, like the Canary Lady or whatever. I guess one of her levels is supposed to be really fucking brutal. I beat the first one easily, but everyone says that the first one is nothing compared to her demonic nature, which is revealed in the later ones. Okay, so I definitely need more milk. I need eggs though. So let's get a few shrimp. Yeah, Canary Mary and Cloud Cuckoo Land. That's the one, because the mine one I thought was no problem. But it's, I guess the mine one is easy shit compared to the second one or the later one. It's something like the more you tap, the fast. So you're supposed to be mashing buttons, but the more you mash, the faster she goes, or something. So it's like you have to. It's like trying to brute force. And I have done this. It was a really bad idea, and I don't recommend anyone else try this. But I have done it. You can brute force. Let's do this. You can brute force the Boshi thing in Super Mario RPG. Like, that's just really awful to try and do that. I've done it. I think I did it once when I was a stupid kid, and it made more sense to me than music, because I'm a white man and I have no rhythm, but I gained rhythm, so I guess I'm no longer white. But yeah, bad.
Very well.
But I'm pretty good at mashing buttons. I'm curious as to how badly I would get beaten by Canary Mary in Cloud Cuckoo Land. Probably a lot. I'm told she is the demon of the battlefield. She will punish you.
As you wish.
All right, 45. That's looking pretty decent. Okay, so Napple Sorbet. Sure.
As you wish.
But I got pretty good at mashing after Final Fantasy VIII.
Will that be all?
There's this weird mechanic to mash for
I await.
That's a lot of EXP. There's a mechanic to mash to power up summons, which is this very strange mechanic. And I got really good at that because it gives you, serious in-game benefits to do that properly. So, oh, here we go. Well, let's see. Can I just go fight this guy? I'm gonna have to restore myself to normal size, but yeah. Cancel dwarf state. All right. Oh, divided by the party members. I hate when games do that, but I also understand why they do that because it's much better typically than the alternative. Well, not necessarily, but I understand why games do that, I guess, let me say. So this is a weird boss because as I start to beat him up, he will split eventually. So it's going to be a trick to try and kill him in the allotted time. So to that end, I'm going to need to berserk like really early, start killing this magic user who is just teleporting around like a real fucking asshole. Hate magic users, unless the magic user is me, in which case they're the best. I love magic. Oh, come on. There. Yep, so there's 2 now. There's another magic user now. Ugh. I just say magic user because I don't remember which specific version he is. So I'm just gonna say magic user and make it easy. Looks like, so I do have a increased hits by number, or increased damage by number of hits in the chain thing active, so I can get up to pretty decent damage here. It just really sucks when you get to the very last, and he's 4 separate dudes. That part is pretty terrible. Because he just bounces all over the fucking place, and it's like, oh my god, just die already. Oh, there's 2 of them now. Shit, I really should berserk again. So this is kind of how Oswald plays. Madness ensues. You know, I'm overcome with the Belder-Reaver's bloodlust, I guess. Cursed power, you know. So I guess it is accurate in that sense. You really do feel like you are wielding some kind of horrible cursed power that is possibly eating away at your life force. Also just kind of this level in general. This encounter specifically, I should say. Cyclone, we'll do that, get some hits in. But yeah, this is Ping Pong, starring Oswald, featuring Oswald. Pong, come to play. Oh, we can berserk again. You'll notice I may be getting 1 or 2 phosons at this point. It's a decent amount. This is one of those wild fucking stages where there's just tons of shit to kill, and it keeps spawning, and you keep killing it. So there's just a lot of shit happening. There we go. Yeah, the level grinding sounds really wild in that game. I think so. I know you said some of it was optional, but it sounds, you know, it sounds like there's good reason for it. Let me put it that way. But okay, I'm up to 500 of those phosons, so we'll buy another rank of the Cipher ability, which is a huge attack increase, and we do not quite have enough for the next one yet. I haven't been using enough of these other abilities, I guess. I don't know, I settled into using a few of them, and you upgraded enough, and it's just like, why Why use other ones? These are good. Okay. So I think... Ooh, Sunpen then. Ah, whatever. Okay, I think they're... Where's... Here it is. Here. I see. Okay. I don't know. I would be kind of losing my mind at that point. So you're doing... I gotta admire your persistence, if nothing else. Because I don't really know much else about Valkyrie Profile 2. I'm sure Bisaromi would be like, oh, he's doing it wrong. But Bisaromi's a weird guy who is playing Star Ocean 5. So you know what? He's doing it wrong. Yeah, how does he like that? Hehehe. Bisaromi disrespected. I can't believe that, like, what would be wrong with your brain to be playing Star Ocean 5 and not Persona 5? Like, seriously, that's punishable by, you know, if Donald Trump were to just lock up everyone who did that, I would list him as the greatest president this world has ever known. You know, but he doesn't have the courage to declare Tri-Ace a currency manipulator or something. I don't know. But I want to believe. So here's my secret area. Where I'm picking up Mandragoras the size of my character. Yay! Yeah, at that point I would definitely say you could action replay without losing anything. That does not sound fun. Ooh, critical heal. Probably heal when I crit? Yeah, sure. Seems like a decent passive. So, I went back to full size, I think, because the time ran out. There's a timer on the status effect. You can kind of see it in the upper left. You can also just press triangle to cancel it. Gives you a prompt. But they made it so that any place that you can cancel it, there's if you could only get there through it, then there's a mushroom. So are you playing on a real PlayStation 2? Because yeah, that kind of sucks. If you're emulating, that'd be a little easier, but I assume you aren't, or you would have done that already. Or you just have balls of steel and have managed to resist that temptation so far.
I have been searching for you, sorcerer.
The Belderreaver. I saw it at Odin's castle. You must be Oswald, the user of the Belderreaver that Beldor told me about.
Real PS2.
To create a sword that can corrupt the world's fate.
Well, that's more than we've heard about it before.
Gwendolyn? Answer me, or I'll kill you with the very blade you fear.
Come to think of it, I did tell her father the secret of the jewels. He opened the path to the netherworld, yet he still plotted against us. 'Tis shocking that we failed to notice his deception. Only a man with no fear dares to outwit a wise man. I won't forget his guile.
Well, just beat him up.
Let me ask you, do you know the significance of the jewels?
Stop stalling. Answer me!
Phozons form when life ends. New lives cannot be born unless the Phozons return to the Earth.
Uh-oh.
The jewels are crystals formed from the essence of life. They feed on death.
Uh-oh.
But 'tis too late. As the prophecies say, the death of the world cannot be avoided.
Uh-oh.
We have but one goal. We will fulfill the prophecies and find the two kings to rule afterward. We will cause a vicious cycle of disorder and set the stage for them.
Do you say you mean to destroy the world? You are mad.
You cannot understand. My comrade Urza met an untimely death. He devoted his life to the prophecies. But he will not see them. If I can destroy Odin, then I would gladly doom my soul to whatever evil awaits me. Even if it means using that innocent girl's life.
I won't allow it.
You got tricked.
Calm down, my boy.
Tricked by the
Beldor told me everything about you.
Twizzard.
I've invited your family here for a little reunion.
Uh-oh.
Enjoy yourself.
Uh-oh. That's not my family. They're demons. So we're fighting Skuldy, one of the 3 wise men. And he's brought a few friends with him, the Desecrators of Souls. So it's hard to get hits in on him because he keeps teleporting around. Also, if you're an idiot, like me. But here, we're making progress. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I'm not sure how the PlayStation 2 Game Shark stuff works. I've only ever used that with emulators, and I've done very little PlayStation 2 emulation, because my experience is a lot of those... The emulation on some of the more recent consoles never seems to work quite right for me. So one thing that I hate about all these wizards is they have a slight invincibility frame. Not necessarily slight, but they have an invincibility frame like before that they start. So they'll still be visible, but you can't actually damage them. And that gets really annoying. So I gotta kill this. I want to kill this Devourer of Souls. He's almost dead. There, he's dead. And another one shows up. Yay! But there, I managed to knock many, if not all, of his swords back into him. This would probably be a little easier if I were to just kill the Desecrator of Souls, but Devourer of Souls I think is actually his name. But I'm intentionally making it worse for myself because I'm an idiot. He's right now stealing all my life, so I'm gonna just beat him up. Hold on, let me I have Shines, right? Shine should be good against this guy. Yeah. Fuck. I don't think he immediately resummoned. There we go. So if you knock his swords back into him, he takes damage and is stunned. That's what you want to do. You want to get him when he's casting a spell too, because he will not teleport away if he's casting a spell. There. Yeah, air combos, buddy. Those sound like some pretty good codes. Oh, how did that not hit him? Oh, it did hit him, or he's just stunned from something else. There we go. Now we get to smack him around a bit. Oh, damn it. Boom, okay, that's a big hit. This is probably one of the less interesting boss fights. It's not super challenging. It just kind of takes a while, and I'm getting a little sloppy here. Like, I could have easily avoided the poison cloud he spit at me, but I kind of want this to be done. Oh, nice. Oh, fuck. Come on. There. Like Chris says, out of my way as he cuts down the old man. Preset codes are glorious. Are they any good preset codes? Or are they just kind of average level?
Wait. The girl is not here.
Where is she? Tell me.
She's in the Fire Kingdom. She is with Onyx, the Inferno King.
Alright.
Why there?
Let me tell you. Odin decided that the Inferno King would be the girl's fiancé. Odin is constantly leading people astray with his ever-changing words.
Yeah, it sounds like Odin.
To draw the Inferno King into our realm, the girl was used as bait. Odin is cruel enough to use a spell to force his child to love whoever he chooses. Her heart may already belong to Onyx. There, I have told you everything. Spare my life.
Nope.
You fool.
You called her bait.
Huh?
You must have mistaken me for a better man. I cannot allow someone as evil as you to continue to live. You have absolutely no idea how it feels to be used.
So that's kind of supposed to be like a dark thing, but you know, kind of hard to feel bad when the wise men are trying to destroy the world. So 3 wise men were Arian's greatest magi, Arian being the world, countless disciples, until one man infiltrated their library, posing as a servant. It was Odin himself in mortal guise. Well, Odin seems to be mortal anyway. It was whispered that he knew a path to the netherworld. In return, he asked the secrets of the ciphers. Bound him and cast a charm magic, but he reflected. He cursed us, and he got the foul ugly frogs. Time he regained our true forms. Our blunder was spread, reputation was tarnished. It was Galon, the great king of Titania, who saved them from poverty. We have inherited his legacy and prophecy, and it is for him that we shall end King Odin. So Galon, we know, previous king of Titania, changed himself into a monster to try and save his kingdom from a invasion, but ended very poorly for him. Let's put it that way. Okay, so that's 400. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to get that before the end of this story, honestly. Let's get reinforcement. Revival seems good enough. Okay. So we can't really end it there. We have to finish this next story, and I'll tease with whoever the final character is. Ooh, Triace. Yep, sounds kind of brutal.
Hey, listen.
Oh, it's Navi.
Recently, a dragon was living in this, but it suddenly disappeared There's a rumor going around that Prince Cornelius killed the dragon.
He did.
Oh! The Fire Country? It's south of here. They say there are beasts.
Hey, you. There's an air of mystery about you. I'm just a poor sort at this rate.
Aw.
Oh, you know of a puka?
Alright, what do you have? Ruwart. So Ruwart is the big shit here. So let's see what I can sell. Because I have surprising little bag space. Okay, Volcano's not going to be particularly useful in Fire Country. Sell Metamorphosis. I'm not using overloads as much as I should be. I'll sell Ooze. So that's that. I'm gonna sell the 2/2/1. Maybe a few 3s. Okay, we're getting down to a more reasonable bag size. Pyrrhic Ring. Spangle. Alright, let's see what he has to... Oh, he doesn't have any special... So, I think I'm just gonna... Let's go to the... Oh, there's another salesman, okay. But yeah, Triace is fucking weird. One of the weirdest companies.
Welcome. What can I get you today?
But okay, so let's recap what we've learned. We learned that apparently the death of the world is unavoidable. The weapons we're using, the ciphers, which we need to fight, are sucking souls out of the cycle of the world, which is slowly causing it to die. So the dragons are kind of completely right. Mankind should have listened. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe can we avert this prophecy of ruin?
Will this be all?
I guess we'll have to find out. I'm pitching it like an anime, like the next. Find out next time. But before that, we have another chapter. We have this chapter of our boy Oswald, and we have another chapter of a mystery character who we may have already met and who may already well, we know all the characters so far have ciphers, so I wonder if we've met another character who has a cipher. I won't give any more hints than that.
Will this be all?
So it's up to you, the viewer, to figure out who the final character could be. I think I should be able to get to 50 on Oswald, which is all I expect, honestly. So.
Thank you very much.
Maybe it's kind of late. I was probably just gonna kind of get ready for bed and play Persona Q. I'll play Autonauts tomorrow though, for sure.
Hey.
Tomorrow I'm not gonna be streaming story games, so. If you don't mind waiting for tomorrow, ooh, a Jupiter Bangle. Diversity Ring +2. Let's get the Jupiter Bangle. Because it's probably going to be at least another 30 minutes before I clear, Oh. No, I don't... So I'll do... Alright, I'll sell the Diversity Ring. But yeah, it's going to be at least another 30 minutes, and I'm not going to be up too much later. Soul Karai, what's up, my friend? It's been so long. I'm sorry, I don't watch other people's streams as much as I should, so I'm sorry for not watching your stream. I am playing through this game. We are cruising towards the conclusion. We still have a ways out, though. We're ways out, I should say. Still have a ways out. What am I saying? I wish I could get Vampiric Ring plus something, but no such luck right now. So, okay. We'll sell our Venus bangle. It's all good. Ooh, another salesman, too.
Just between you and me?
You better. So he has Fireproof Charm. That could conceivably be useful since we're headed into the volcano. Oh, he sells the Mandragoras, too. Alright. So we gotta rescue our princess. Yeah. Anime style. No, I promise I'll watch some of your stuff, Soulkurai. I will.
Halt!
Out of my way!
You! Who are you?
That's Odin. He's beating up the sexy ladies.
Might you be? Please wait! King Odin! Someone! Stop him!
King
There's our
Odin,
anime
'tis
boy
an
toy.
honor to see you here in person. Please excuse my servants.
They don't bother me, King Monix. After all, we are equals, are we not? I have come here today because I have heard that my daughter is here.
Yes, the wise men of Titania have brought me my treasure. She receives the utmost respect, and I have no intention of returning her.
No wise man would call himself wise. They are a mere trio of ruffians.
Those so-called ruffians have told me to beware your country.
Really? How amusing. So they plan to influence an entire
Soulkurai.
nation with a single girl. 'Tis insanity. Or could it be that the Fire Kingdom's soldiers may actually invade my country? This will bring about the war and the prophecies.
You're quite shrewd, but Princess Gwendolyn is so pure, it's impossible to believe she's your daughter. She sets my heart ablaze. Your daughter should be with me to watch the world fall into ruin.
Immortal you may be, but to be so immature. 'Tis appalling for one who calls himself the Inferno King. I shall snuff you out.
It never crossed my mind that the Demon Lord would care about his daughter and set foot in this fated land. 'Tis comforting. The spell you cast on your child will cause her to be mine.
So there's a bit of explanation to do here.
So you know of the spell. Then do as you wish. Who knows? Perhaps you will get your wish after all.
What do you mean?
Basically, so as far as we know, Odin cast a spell on his daughter so that, as a punishment, she's in a deep sleep, and whoever kisses her to wake her up, she'll fall in love with that person. Odin's kind of a very weird person, also possibly the worst father and biggest asshole. So, she was promised to this guy, Oswald here, and Oswald doesn't want to kiss her because that would be cheating, and he wants to, you know, he knows what it's like to be used by his parents, so he doesn't want to do that to anyone else, especially not his future waifu. So he's trying to recover her now, and Oswald, he kind of has some dark powers. I don't know if you're catching on to this, what's going on the screen right now, but slight darkness occurring. I'm kind of beating up people with darkness. So the first story we did, which was ages ago, so I don't blame anyone who doesn't remember because it was so long ago, was Gwendolyn's story, and if you remember, she does, we do know that she ends up with Oswald, but how does that happen per se? Because this occurs during the time when she is asleep, so you know she doesn't know. That part was absent from her storyline. I'll show you on the timeline after we get to the end of this story. They do have an in-game timeline to kind of coordinate all the different characters' stories, which I think is very helpful for keeping things organized and helping, you know, people follow along. Because it's kind of cool how you do get to see multiple sides of all the events, and you really kind of get a feel for what's going on in the world in the meantime. Soul Karai, you are a glorious man. I assume you are a man. I would know if I'd watched your stream, I assume, but I haven't, because I'm a bad person. I don't know. I've been trying. I applied for Twitch partnership and I didn't get it. Big surprise with my 3 viewers, but it was just kind of like a fun joke thing to do. I don't think Twitch thought that way, but no, I do want to get serious about streaming, and to that end, I do need to be more aware of what other people do and how I can, you know, apply similar techniques. You seem to have a pretty decent following, Soul Karai, at least more than me, so I'll try to at least. You are woke as fuck. So for gender, you just write woke there, like when they ask. It's like checkbox for male, checkbox for female. You cross them both out and write woke. I can respect that. I can deeply respect that. Being woke is not something you want to fuck with. I know that much. Oh. Oops. Okay. We're not gonna fuck around in this. So these guys, they explode. So you just kill them and walk away. Alright. Vampiric ring! Yeah, someone gives you the you know, sex, you just write yes. And you know, that's the kind of thing that it takes a real hero to just admit that they do that, you know. So I respect that. Everyone's thinking it, you know. You see a checkbox for sex, you just check yes. But look at this, I'm beating up fire elementals, getting lots of cash monies. I'm gonna eat at a restaurant. Oh, it's gonna be great. Vampiric Ring +2. Oh, I love this. So just what I wanted. So now I have all these damage modifiers. I'm gonna be dealing all of the fucking damage, which is good. Oh, here we go. Oh, thank you. You're so nice, Soul Karai. You're always so nice to me. I don't even watch your stream. I'm a jerk. I'm a real bad jerk. Okay. What's your schedule? I'll watch the next stream. Oh yeah, I'll apply for Beams or Mixer. I can't believe it's Mixer now. What a weird thing to rename it to be. I'll apply for Mixer partnership. I think they might want. I honestly don't care if they want exclusivity. Like, that's not a deal breaker. I can, you know, I know people prefer. Everyone has. I gotta respect you, Soul Karai. That is, you're giving me like all these really nice, polite things, and I'm just here. I'm beating up dudes with my anime style, and I'm just saying whatever nonsense comes into my mind, and there's a lot of nonsense that comes into my fucking mind. But no, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I always have a lot of fun. It can be kind of rough when I do a stream and literally no one joins, and I just kind of talk to myself and narrate what's going on. Those are the ones where I'm kind of struggling. But yeah, no, if I had a good reason to focus on just one, because Restreamio is kind of not as good as it used to be. Aw. See, I haven't reached a good shit on Twitch. I think I'm at the I'm slightly over maybe 30 followers on Twitch, and my usual viewership is like 10 maximum. I think is my views. So. Oh, Soul Karai. I hope one day to be woke enough that I can you know, list woke as my corporate strategy. I'll be ooh, brownies. I'll be like one of those HR people, and I'll talk about maximizing the woke coefficient, and everyone will just be having to nod and be like, and pretend that what I'm saying is not really stupid. Oh dear. That's my goal. My goal is to reach a position of respect somehow, to the point where I just say really stupid things nonstop, and people just, you know, nod and go like, to pretend that they understand, and no one just talks about how stupid it is. Yes, they're like, yes, you know, that kind of thing. That is my goal in life, to just to have people just doing that. So, 4 blue flames. Good lord. We only have 2. Alright, here's my favorite guy in the whole game. This is Mori and his restaurant. His touring restaurant. Gotta love this.
Mori's touring restaurant.
This appears because the government are ninjas. Oh my god. Sul'Karai, you're the hero we need. I'm the hero we deserve. But you are the hero we need. Alright, so consomme. I need chicken for that. Ooh, I can't really make any of this other stuff. So I could make apple pie.
As you wish.
Oh my god. I'm giggling thinking about the ninja and the explanation. Oh dear. Alright, we are almost level 50. Damn. That will not be all. Chocolate churros. No, I want to save... No, I guess I can use the eggs. We will make chocolate fondant. And the food porn in this game is fucking unreal. I know I say that all the time, but look at this. Like, they show you these beautiful hand-drawn meals.
Enjoy your meal.
And he even tells you to enjoy your meal. If you talk to him and you don't skip past his dialogue like I always do because I'm an asshole, one of the things that he says when you summon him here, he's like, the heat is so bad for my fur, you know, but I'll work anyway. And it's like, Mori, you are a damn hero. He doesn't even ask... He doesn't even ask for payment, by the way. I give him the ingredients and he just makes me food. I don't think this is how restaurants usually work. But, alright. So, yeah, Final Fantasy 15, that is another fantastic food game. Do you want to see pictures of food that looks delicious? You play Final Fantasy 15. People have made like a supercut of all of the food pictures in that game, and there's some good ones. There's some very good ones. I also like the whole, there's a sub-quest with one of your characters loves cup noodle, which I guess, you know, is they must have signed a financing deal with Square Enix, because it's actually just cup noodle. And you can make a quest to create the ultimate. There's a quest to create the ultimate cup noodle, and you can like pick different things to put on it. Like, I think the version I'm doing is I have to kill a behemoth and use behemoth meat for a cup noodle. And it's just like, yeah, you know, why not?
Will that be all?
And like it's the actual like cup noodle, like the thing, and you know he's it's Gladiolus, so he's the big muscly man, and he's like, I love me some damn cup noodle, and then he's the kind of guy who would like, it's like you get between him and his cup noodle, and his cup noodle, and he cuts your head off with his ginormous sword. But all right, we're killing a lot of boys right here. They're trying to kill back, but look at that. We're on chain 100 million. I am killing all the boys. because you know what? I'm a feminazi. I kill boys. I'm a misandrist. You know, this really escalated quickly. I don't know what's going on at this point, but there. All right. Yeah, there we go. They're all dead. Oh, I lied. They're not all dead. Let's use some alchemy, huh? Oh, this way. I got a lot of toxin. Let's throw out some toxin. So I've given them extreme cancer, and now they're dead. They're still not all dead, Jesus. I like how you're going on this, the glory of thy future. Thine perfect boy. So these are new skills. I'm being really boring and only using the skills that I've put all the points into already. Unlocking the power of darkness. Unleashing a mad frenzy upon foes. Okay, cool. So I still need 2 more. Oh, I can't carry any more seeds. Material. So I still need 2 more of the flames. So there's 1. Probably gonna be in one of those treasure chests, I suppose. Looks like a safe bet. Oh, they're upset that I broke their hive, or eggs, I should say. But they should have protected them. Shouldn't have waited till I broke their hive. Well, I guess they didn't know. So, okay, fair enough. You know, I'm the bad guy. I'm fine with that. Let me eat the Cubs main. Yeah. Well, you know, so the boys are gonna have a really bad time coming up in this game because the world is not in for a good time. The world is going to be destroyed, as numerous characters have directly stated to us, so I don't think it's a spoiler by me saying that, but... Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I've done a very bad thing. I've sentenced the lizards to a slow death. It's going to be like one of those Twilight Zone specials where, you know, it's only the women left, and then they unfreeze the one male, and then they're like, no, we've decided that males are bad because all the ladies want to have sex with him or something. I don't know. This was definitely an episode of like one of those Twilight Zone-ish shows. All right, time to unleash dark power. I'm going to town on this guy. Man, look at this. I'm hitting him for like 700 damage. That's big news. He can't keep up with this. Look at that, he's trying to, but I poisoned him as well. Oh, look at that. Look at all this damage. Oh, look at this amazing air combo. Oh, it's not that amazing. Yep, this is the... I've always thought he'd look at Chocobo Rider. I didn't want to be the one guy who says that if no one else is going to say that. So I'm really glad that you said that as well. Like, this is one of the enemies that I feel bad about killing, because he's just... He and the bird are so cute. Like, they're this cute little duo. And he's like a little kid riding a little, like, robin or something. Oh, I'm gonna die. That's why you don't walk into fire. It's not a good idea. So that will not be enough to save me. I need to eat a potion too. Oh shit, I did die. Fuck. Well, that was bad. The art style is great. No, yeah. No, well, some of the ladies in the games by this company, Vanillaware, some of the ladies, let me put it this way, you would know if they were ladies. You might not know if they're boys, but you would know if they were ladies, because the ladies tend to have the big bab, let's put it that way. and you can fill in for yourself what Bab means in this case. But it probably means what you think it means. Ah, I should have blocked that. Ah, fuck. But no, this I think this is just supposed to be a childlike entity. I don't think there's any necessary gender being implied, because the ladies, you know, I don't think we'll see any right now. Big Bab, let me put it this way, they have problems with their t-shirts, Soul Karai, and it's up to me to help them with their t-shirts, because if their t-shirts don't fit very well, let's put it that way. T-shirts that might fit normal humans do not fit these ladies very well. So none of the player characters are like that, but if you look up the Queen of the Dead, she's kind of a ridiculous example because she also has like an exposed spine. But she has she's having trouble with her shirt. Let me put it that way. It's fighting a battle to constrain something, and it is not succeeding. It's having a difficult time. I'm trying to be you know, all coy about it, but I only got A. Fuck. That's not very woke of me. I'm doing you a dishonor, Soul Karai. I'm sorry. Yes. Well, so Oswald, so he's getting married to he's gonna get married to Odin's daughter, but she's been cursed so that the first person the person who kisses her is going to hold on. So I have to add. I think I have Whirlwind is what I want. Whoever kisses her wakes her up from this freezing curse or sleeping curse she's been placed under, and she will fall in love with them because she's been a bad girl, I guess. In Odin's mind. 93 damn hours, son. You're too patient for your own good. All right. Oh fuck! I'm gonna miss this stream then. Well, how about this? When I finish my stream, I'll watch your stream as I get ready for bed. That sound good, Soul Karai? Yeah. Gwendolyn's story is first. This is the story. This takes place kind of in the middle of her stories. So I'll try and demonstrate or show off the timeline. But Gwendolyn has a few things. Basically, she just wants to be accepted by her father, and Odin is kind of really bad about that. And she ends up trying to help someone, and Odin's like, "Fuck you! You disobeyed my order." Sorry, Dolly. So I'm talking to Sun on YouTube. Sun has been grinding for 93 hours in Valkyrie Profile 2. He is desperately going for one of these optional things that they put in Tri-Ace games, because people who make Tri-Ace games are insane, and they just assume that the people who play Tri-Ace games are also insane, and that's a pretty safe assumption. Okay, so we're getting close to the boss, man. But yeah, no. Have fun with your stream, Soul Karai. I'll join you when I finish up here. I'll just eat a few of these. Yeah. So there's been a little plot in there, but it's mostly grinding. He's doing these optional objectives, and I understand why, because they're so. Sometimes the kind of things you get from them are just so enticing that you're like, well, this is a terrible idea, but I kind of want to do it nonetheless. You know, it's the allure of it. See you later, Soul Karai. Take it easy, buddy. You're glorious. You're just as glorious as I am. You're my glorious idol. I aspire to be as glorious as you are. Well, gorgeous, I should say. You're an inspiration to me. But yeah, no, Valkyrie Profile 2 sounds like a pretty wild ride. I would either not go for those optional things, or I would lose my mind. Because that's like as much time as I spent playing Persona 5, and I was doing like tons of different stuff during that time. An inspiration, damn. Well, thank you. That's very kind. All right, brownies. Oh, these are carry-out, so they're less. So consome, chip salad, star twinkles and eyes.
Thank you.
Oh my god. No, that looks wild. Valkyrie favor, light sword, 500 attack, 50 hit, attack plus 5%, 3 attacks. Oh my god. I feel like that 4 strength 4 stam kid in World of Warcraft, but I really do feel that way because I know enough about Valkyrie Profile to know those are some good numbers. So let me buy some eggs.
Look, I'll let you.
He doesn't even have eggs, you son of a bitch. Alright, well I can buy... Fuck. I can buy a seed at least. Yeah, that's right, I forgot about SC. The special attack. I should have kept eggs around, oh well.
I nailed it.
Okay. So what? Chip salad. I need shit.
Thank you very.
I'll buy
I'll let you.
shrimp. So sell the quick charge because I've never used them. Volcano because we're in fire land. Sell blades because we're also in Fireland. Enough to buy shrimp. Oh yeah, Soul Crush. All right. Yeah, you'll probably be set for some of the post game too, because the post game is usually wild. But yeah, no, some of those battles are pretty challenging.
Welcome to Mori's Touring. Now then.
So that sounds like it'll pay off for sure, but that's still not easy, man. Well, not easy for the amount of work you have to go in.
Very well. Leave it to me.
All right. 53. Okay, that should be enough for the rest of this story.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have our trial to this way. Oh, it won't even help for the post game? Jesus Christ. That sounds about right for Tri-Ace though. There's usually insane power creep by the post game, like everything's doing 10 trillion billion damage. You have to have 5 gazillion attack. Or if it's like Star Ocean 2, you just use blood armor and you kind of cheat, but that's Star Ocean. It's fun. Alright, I gotta find some way to ground these two, because we're not gonna make much progress. They're both flying around in the fucking sky. Out of my way! I ideally can hit both of them at the same time, because that'll be just killing them so much faster. Oh, it's also Berserk. It seems like my base attack deals more damage now in Berserk mode than my basic special move does, which is kind of strange, but fuck. Berserk timer's still going down. Yeah, this attack, the skill power is just not scaled very well with it. They need to stop using it. It's unfortunate. Oh, I'm already only down to A? Fuck. Took too much damage, I guess. These guys are just always a pain to fight, because the two of them just means there's so much to watch out for. And the attacks going off, and... like right there. Just comboed me. I'm not gonna feel too bad if I don't get, if I don't get the S rank on these guys. I'll survive. Fuck. Like usually, you know, they aren't able to hit you out of your combo, but even though I'm hitting them for so much of their life, they're breaking out of the combo and still smacking me, which is not, it's just impolite, really, is what it gets down to. But I'm shredding this one, man. Whew. I wish I knew more about Valkyrie Profile 2. You should talk with Bisaromi. He really likes the Valkyrie Profile games. He's an insane man, but you know, he's also a good person sometimes. I remember it's Linus is pretty good from what I remember, but that's about it. Isn't it like 3 or actually I don't remember. It's been way too long since I played. Ooh, Vicios. Vicios? Choice? I don't know. Turney, onion, rhuwort, milk. Withered apple. Whatever. Okay, we're pretty much ready to go fight the boss now. And skills Cypher max level. This is good shit. Okay, we got a lot of attack now. We're gonna go smack up, I wonder who the boss could be. Oh, I was just kind of running back and forth. I'll take a carrot. Carrots can be used to craft good stuff, so I'll try to have at least a little... Oh, there's dudes here. I do a decent amount of damage that can build up some of my berserk gauge. I should have been doing so if I do this special grab attack, you can build up gauge faster. I just hate doing it because it's not very good and it's annoying. Oh, that reminds me of one of the things that I really don't... Oh, yes! One of the things I didn't like about Star Ocean 2 is that PSP is they redid all the voices.
I made it in time.
You brutal man. Do not take another step towards my queen, you hooligan.
But yeah, they have...
Queen, eh?
When she awakens, she will be mine due to a spell. She shall find a new life here and join my court.
I won't let that happen.
She shall become the bride of Onyx, the ruler of these fiery lands. Having her as a wife will do wonders for my reputation. Of course, she will enjoy it as well.
You and Odin, those with power are truly selfish beings. If all you want is a tool to help you gain power, look elsewhere. Return Gwendolyn to me.
What? Are you a knight in shining armor here to rescue her? Bah! Look at yourself. I can smell the stench of death that follows you like a shadow. It sickens me. 'Tis the scent of that domineering wench in the netherworld. I, the ruler of the Fire Kingdom, find it repugnant. My fury awakens from the pit of my stomach. Let me show you my true figure, as described in the prophecies.
Ooh. Oh. Oh fuck, I did that wrong. Thought I was being so smart. There I did it. Oh, that was not good.
Out of my way!
Yeah, prepare yourself for this, bucko. Alright, so I got attacking from behind gives me increased damage too, so I gotta remember to do that. Fuck. Jesus. Let me just drink my cooler at this point, because why not? Yeah, I remember Lyneth being kind of a hard ass. And like, is it over? It's like, you just killed everyone, so yes. I'm sorry, Lyneth, everyone's already dead. Oh shit, he just launched his arm at me. This guy's like a Sentai robot. Oh, fucking god! Stop doing this! Just let me kill you! Stop being such an ass and just die. There. Oh. Look how quickly I damage him though, like in Berserk mode. This is kind of just ridiculous. You prepare yourself to die, like I just killed you. I leveled up again. There we go.
I shall regret it, but if I must hand her to you, I would rather.
Lay one finger on her, and I will reduce you to ashes before you can scream.
I don't believe this. You do not have the authority to tear us apart. Will you take her by force, like a vicious thief? What of my own feelings? My soul burns with a beast called love. I cannot attempt to leash it.
The beast
How can I live with these feelings? And to lose her to you in one terrible moment.
Your words are my thoughts exactly.
Go ahead, kiss her. Wake her up. But she will not love you. A spell causes her slumber. The demon Lord Odin came and told me this. But there is no spell on her that can control her heart.
Is this why you did not wake her? Because you knew that she would not love you?
Yes. When she wakes, she'll flee. And if that is the case, I would rather keep her here, asleep and under my control. What?
I see. Her heart. It cannot be manipulated. Good. Inferno King, I apologize for my rudeness. I wish to ease some of your pain. Should King Onyx desire it, I shall wield my sword for you, just once. That is all I can do.
Do not think you can restore my honor with this pledge.
Just remember one thing. While I still live, I will not let you near her.
So that was kind of surprising.
What will you think when you see me as you awaken? Will you hate me? Will you run away forever? Such musings are pointless. I can't go back to the man I used to be. No matter how you react, and even if it only brings me pain, I want to see my reflection in your eyes. I want to hear those soft lips speak my name. And if, for a moment, a smile lights your face, I will be able to live. No one controls me now. From now on, I act on my own for you.
Aw. Oswald's a G. I like Oswald. He's a little... you know, he's a little silly sometimes, but I like him. He's a good guy. I should probably get... I want to get this, but I don't have enough points for it. Actually, I do. I have exactly enough points. He's a G, but yeah, he is a little dramatic at points. He's the dark, brooding hero, you know, so I can understand. Okay. So. Save. So that's Oswald's ending. Okay. So we have another book. Put this book down. So this book is Faith. We play as Velvet, huh? How about that? So, okay. So I'm going to go to the bookshelf. Get on stand. No, I don't want the text archive. I think what I want is Socrates the cat. So we sit, and then here we can story archive. So here is our timeline. So it basically shows the first one is so the first column here. This is Gwyneth. And then we have Cornelius. Then we have Mercedes, Oswald, and finally Velvet. So this is just it's useful because you see, you know, so Gwyneth has her chapters. The spacing kind of doesn't entirely. You'll see, son. It's pretty interesting. The spacing isn't always the most obvious, but there's basically a big chapter, a big space here. So Gwendolyn is sentenced to punishment. You can watch the specific scene, but here's the, you know, where all of Gwendolyn is asleep. It's basically after 4-1, Black Sword, Oswald, and then she's like this until after Gwendolyn, after Oswald frees Gwendolyn. Mercedes, her battle with Odin takes place all at the same time. Gwendolyn fights the dragon, you know. So it's interesting. That's the framing device, but you'll see there's actually more to it than that, because the books are appearing as we read more of them. You know. So there's actually a true ending, which I don't think that I've actually seen in the game proper. But here's like our text. We had a few texts of the prophecy. Odin thinks that there's the records of, you know, so there's 5 calamities: the beast, the Lord of the Dead, the flame, the cauldron, and the dragon. So there are the 5 calamities, and there's just as many characters in the game. So he who survives the battle will become the new king. All armies have to prepare, so securing the cauldron, he thinks Odin thinks that the cauldron will allow them to avert disaster. Maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong. So here are some ancient manuscripts. The Beast of Despair feeds on man and destroys hope. The Unleashed Frenzy of Death yearns for the light of life. The Advancing Inferno scorches the throne's surroundings. In the cauldron that breathes despair, the blood of ancients boils. And finally, when Levanthan, the last of the dragons, devours the stone of blood, the path shall be closed and the void will cover the world. So we've encountered Levanthan, beat him up a few times, but we have not fully stopped him. He's still alive. But, you know, so we're gradually piecing together things. Getting some notes on the world and everything. Recipes, we're still missing a few. Special, we don't have any of that right now, unfortunately. But there's just, there's some interesting stuff going on here. So, I'm gonna, I can't save here. But, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, son. We will continue more at another point. Seems like the stream held out all night, which is perfect. So, I will see you later. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.